I'm recording now. My mic was muted. Oh shit! Whoa, Jesus!
Damn, you bright.
Jesus
God
Christ!
just came in the
Yo,
building. God?
yo, yeah.
Is that you?
Yo, this is why we record in the afternoon, dog, bro. So everybody
Close your
watching this,
blinds.
hello. They are closed.
Oh, damn.
The sun is just angled down in here, so it's like whatever. Anyway, I may as well show y'all while we're doing this. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Everybody say hi. It's been like a month since we've seen each other.
Yeah, it has been a month.
It has been a month since we've seen each other. It has been an awkward month. As you can tell, Jesus is talking to me. I can't listen because I'm recording right now. Relax. And that's it. That's pretty much it. It's been a month since we have talked to everybody. Hey, everybody say hi. We're here.
We already said hi. Hi. How is everybody doing? All right. So
Bro, you were bright.
Yeah, I know. He's having a field day right now. Jesus Christ. Anywho, I guess we can start this off. Welcome back to the Roundtable podcast. It has been a hot minute. If you don't remember, it's the boy Nick. Hi, how are you doing? With my two amazing co-hosts, Ioku and Mikey. Everybody say hi.
Yeah,
say hi.
This is the fourth time you done told us to say hi.
Yeah, I know.
We gotta greet the people.
We gotta greet them. This is for them.
Greet the people.
Did we not greet them?
No, we're saying hi to just the video production. You gotta say hi to them.
All right, hi people. What's up? How was your day, your weekend, your month?
Dog, you're talking
How you
to
dealing with quarantine?
Dog, hopefully everybody's doing good with quarantine. It's gotten worse since we spoke about it. Speaking about that, oh my God. Hi. So we had to make a whole new Twitter because Twitter and YouTube, I guess, early on in I can't even say it, the virus's lifespan, they were flagging down. That's so stupid, by the way.
Yeah, it's dumb.
They were
really
flagging
dumb.
down I guess just the words itself. So the last video didn't get monetized on YouTube, and the Twitter got terminated / suspended on Twitter. So we had to make a whole new Twitter. And so that's pretty much it. If you guys are interested, honestly, go check it out so you don't miss out on anything. We actually have a whole new Twitter. I made a video about it, but obviously there's nothing wrong with getting the information out there. Whole new Twitter, link in the description section below, along with everybody else's Twitters. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to leave a like. It's greatly appreciated on the full video and all the playbacks as well. And if you're listening to it on any of the streaming platforms, be sure to rate it, thumbs up, heart,
follow.
Follow. You know the vibes.
I was
support the stuff, dog. We're here.
That you can't heart on Spotify for podcasts.
You gotta follow, huh?
You can only follow.
That's it.
So,
you can't rate it.
No, you can't rate it.
What's the purpose?
Don't know why, but it's whatever. But follow us over on Spotify and Anchor FM.
Like, I'm still mad about that Twitter. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
You seem to have the worst luck when it comes to Twitters.
So
you do, which is why I'm running.
I do think
Mikey's running it now.
I do think low key people have it out for me.
So there's really no.
But no, I don't even think it's that. I think people have it out for me.
Yeah, which is why I run it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but would they know you're running it? Would they care?
I don't know. I don't think so. Like, so the thing is, when Nick gets banned on Twitter,
they IP
and all his other Twitters that
IP
are
Jack
linked to his
Marshall.
IP.
Yeah.
So now that the podcast Twitter is linked to mine, the podcast Twitter will be okay.
I do think low key I'm being hunted by those Nappy Nation cucks. I do. That ass since the podcast went live, and even then, like, since
you called them cucks.
I don't give a fuck about them. Since the podcast went live, and then even that, like, before when the drama actually happened, I've been through like maybe like 2 or 3 Twitter accounts.
Yep.
All reported. Like, it's not like the first time it happened, it was because I used like a banned word or whatever, a ban-worthy word. But at some point, this just started just coming out of nowhere to the point where I dead ass think I'm getting like reported. like spam reported and shit. So it's like
I
I
wouldn't
dead
put
ass
it past
think.
you.
So it's like I dead ass think niggas are like dead ass hounding my shit.
I could believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when the podcast went live. I think it was a mix of the podcast and COVID.
Yeah, I believe it. All these theories just sound like natural, occurrences that could definitely happen to get you banned.
And everybody's bringing back the shit up too.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you mean like around the way again?
Mm-hmm. Like Nexus made his own video, Jay made his video, Shady made his video. So
well,
like
right now is about the time that it did happen. Like,
yeah, it's anniversary.
It was in April, so I guess. Yeah.
It's a whole year.
Why would you call it anniversary? That's I don't know. I mean, in the general definition of the word, is an anniversary, but it's just like why?
Yeah, it sounds too it sounds too,
celebratory.
yeah, it
Like,
sounds
Positive, yeah.
we're not celebrating.
Anniversary.
We're not
What are you
celebrating.
celebrating? Oh, you know that.
Y'all remember that one time?
But no, with that being said, a lot of videos are starting to hit up recommended again. I'm gonna keep my stance on it. Fuck you. Anybody that supports it, doubling down on it, my nigga. I don't give a fuck about how you feel about it. Die. Anyway,
Hey, whoa. Time out. He didn't mean that.
No, he meant
to
the
say
blue color dye.
DYE. Yeah, DYE. Go DYE. That's what he was saying.
Dye some eggs because last week was Easter. So
how was all Easter?
Dye some eggs until you can't brief.
Okay. My Easter was great. My auntie came by. She dropped off the Easter baskets for the girls. She left them on our doorstep because we are practicing social distancing out here. But it was good. It's nice to know that family's still around. They come by. They let us know that we are. They're thinking about us and all that kind of stuff through this terrible time. But you know what? With every bad thing, there's always a good thing. There are silver linings out here, ladies and gentlemen. First of all is the stimulus checks, which everybody has or either hasn't gotten. I have gotten mine because apparently I'm getting a paper check, but it's fine. We are still living. I'm an essential worker, so I do get to go to work most of the days of the week. And but the silver lining that I was actually getting to was gas is 160 something. Yo, bro, listen. The last time we spoke on the podcast, I said I bought a new car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Literally today was the first time, and remember, I'm an essential worker, go back and forth. Today was the first time I had to fill up. I didn't fill up for a month. My gas mileage is that good.
Okay.
But I'm
here for
flexing
this.
too hard right now. Let me tone it back. But the other silver lining is, hey, I get people don't fuck with the state of like grocery stores and shit, but I would usually on Saturdays shit's like really hectic and there are long lines. There was no long lines today. I went to the grocery store. There's no long lines. It was very orderly. It was very like, I mean, it was. Most people might not fuck with it, but I fuck with it. I don't like people in general, but I mean, the social distancing shit, it is amazing. If this is the new normal and we just continue to do this forever and a day, I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. I know there's a lot of people that aren't with me, but like I said, I hate people in general. So staying 6 feet away from people is the wave.
Stay the fuck away from me.
100%. Like I was in a grocery store, everything was like orderly. So I'm in the line 6 feet away from the person in front of me, and they're just being called to the registers. They have to stand like in a line, and when it's time for when the register is open, and they get called to it. I absolutely love that. It's like an in and out process. Really, really dope. So it's just like not everybody's sitting in one line. So you know how you go into Walmart? I went to my local grocery store, by the way. This isn't Walmart, but I don't know if Walmart's doing this or not. But like regularly, you go into Walmart, it's like a million people in each and every single line, and it's just like, well, this lady is holding up the line because she's got WIC or some shit, and this lady's got a problem down here, but you're stuck in that fucking line until they get their shit together because you got like 5 people behind you.
Yeah.
With this system here, it's just like, well, if lane 1 has a problem, they're gonna fix that problem, but the rest of the lanes are steady calling up people and getting people through. That's fucking amazing to me. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, I haven't gone grocery shopping per se, but I've been in a couple of grocery stores. When I go in, I usually go in and grab like, stuff that I need or whatever. But I haven't dealt with any lines. A lot of self-serving for me. I don't want to deal with somebody
Oh,
else.
well, yeah. I mean, I have a family, so I get a lot of shit. So I can't.
Yeah, I feel you on that for sure.
Self-serve is in and out. Self-serve is in and out. I don't think that shit's changed. But like, if you have a lot of shit and you need to get checked out, yeah.
Wait a minute. Off topic. It just hit me. Y'all are on different sides to the layout. For whatever reason, your webcams like switched where they're supposed to be, and I was looking at it. I'm like, oh shit.
So you put me in Yoku spot?
Well, no, it auto did it.
Oh, okay.
Normally Discord has it to where like you're right here.
Oh yeah, they changed that shit up a little bit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's probably because we were whatchamacallit, we joined differently this time.
I initiated the call. He joined first and you joined last. Usually it's the other way around. Yoku's always last.
Well, I'm about to change it now, cause I'll let you know how to know. I was sitting here and I was just giggling my ass off. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, wait a minute. I'm like, no.
Nah, bro, just leave it as is.
Oh, leave it. What's wrong with you? No.
What's the problem?
Cause you want to be me so bad.
I don't want to be you, dog. You want to be me.
One of y'all got kids, and one of y'all are envious of the kids. We gonna have this conversation. One of y'all.
Hey, look, but before we have this conversation, I have to know, in this time of quarantine, who the fuck is lining you up, Yoku?
Bro,
hey, look,
relax. Real talk.
Relax,
This nigga was streaming, bro. This nigga was streaming, right? And I'm like, okay, let me go see what the Yoku doing. I'm backseat gaming like a motherfucker. I don't care. This nigga playing Final Fantasy. He's ass the shit, by the way. I go up in there. I'm like, let me go see what the hell my nigga doing. Watching this shit, getting mad. Then like I'm noticing something. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait the fucking moment. I'm like, who the fuck is cutting you right now?
Relax.
We're supposed to be quarantining, social distancing.
I have a barber, all right? He's been the family barber for a little bit. And the whole thing was my dad was supposed to cut it, yeah? Because my brother knows how to cut hair, but he refuses to cut hair. He doesn't cut hair anymore. Whatever. Anyway, but my dad was going to cut it. And it's very, very difficult for me to find like somebody that does flat tops, right? I gotta make sure they know what the fuck they're doing, because if you fuck up the top, I gotta fuck you up. You feel me? But my dad was like, I don't want to cut it, and I'm like, you said you were gonna cut it. He's like, why you can't just go get your hair cut? Like, blah 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 blah. Yeah, no. That's non-existent to my dad. It doesn't matter to my dad. I'm like literally quarantined. I've said it 5 times, and I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere because quarantine. I don't give a fuck if our barber is, because he cuts from out of his house. So I'm like, all right, cool. I don't really have to worry about randomly having to deal with 27 people being like there's not gonna be a line of 27 people in there.
Well, hopefully he's sterilizing that chair after people get up out of it.
That's what I was worried about, because I was like, I know he's fine, right? I'm worried about the other people that come up in there. They're not fine. I don't know what the fuck they are. I'm not checking them when they come through.
That shit down, rubbing alcohol.
But my dad was like, he said straight up,
I got hello Lysol white.
You got to go get a haircut. So I got the haircut. It was like a semi-forced thing. I knew I needed one.
Wait, are you an essential worker?
Me?
Yeah.
Technically, like, yes, but no. Because
what do you do?
Starbucks.
I guess the main question is, have you been going to work?
Oh no, I go back in 2 weeks. But
why
Starbucks
the fuck you need a haircut?
Because it was unruly and big as shit and
ugly. You got 2 weeks though.
You're a black man. Do you think I want to be ugly?
You got 2 weeks though.
Your default ugly.
I really don't want to go.
You got 2 weeks though, dog.
I don't want to go. I would have
gotten it closer to like when I had to go into work.
That's what I would have thought too. But
your shit's because by the next when you get by the time
your
2 weeks comes, my G, your shit like you're gonna have
I cut the top in half.
Okay.
I cut the top like super in half. So when it does grow back out, it won't be as
obnoxious.
Yeah. So it'll take a little bit.
I'm taking this quarantine season to grow out the beard. It's just starting to come out again. You feel me? I feel immaculate. I got this. I've been my shit's connecting now. Thank the heavens. So Give me a minute. Give me a couple months or whatever. I'm about to be in that bitch thugging. I'm cutting my dreads off.
In the box, yeah.
I'm cutting my dreads off.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, look, man. I don't have any problems growing my shit.
Okay.
Yeah, you fucking man.
Yes, you're like 35.
And I had this shit since I was in 6th grade. What you talking about?
There's just no way.
I actually had my
no
shit.
way.
I actually had my shit when I was in 8th grade. Then I kept cutting it, and at some point it just stopped growing. And then it recently just started growing back when I turned like 22. And I was kind of just like, holy shit.
I always cut my
I can grow a beard back. Oh shit, it's lit.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
But
I like it though. Ladies like the beard. I
speaking
don't.
about Easter, my mom pulled some MVP shit on me, bro.
What she do?
I was minding my business. I was gonna order out.
Today?
No, on Easter Sunday. I was gonna order
okay.
out. But what happened was, it's like maybe like 3:00. I beat Final Fantasy VII, and I was like, I have been up since like 6:00 in the morning. Haven't eaten anything. All I did was drink water and tea. It's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm chilling. I'm just like, all right, I gotta eat something. I'm about to order food. Literally, as I'm on DoorDash looking for something to eat, my mom calls me. She's like, yo. I'm like, what's good? Come outside. I got food. Got food? Who asked you to do that? And so I go out there. It's like at least 3 plates.
Yeah?
Of like actual like dinner. Like I was like on some like, you would have thought it was Thanksgiving again. And I'm just like, why? She's like, Happy Easter.
You're
I'm
questioning
like,
the wrong things.
I'm like, I'm here, my starving ass. I'm over here like, dog, it's 3 p.m. I've been up since 6. I've been recording crazy. Damn near. I got a little like I'm working like a small headache in the back.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
So it's like I'm just now coming off it. Mind you, I didn't wear my glasses that day, so like my eyes are kind of strained too. So it's kind of just like, fuck, I feel like death. But this shit saved me. The moment I got back in the fucking crib, I put one of them plates in the goddamn microwave. It was a wrap.
Hell yeah.
I bodied that shit. My mom left maybe about like, because it takes like 10 minutes to get home. I texted her like, yo, I just bodied a plate. Like I just got home. What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I'm not sorry.
I was like, I need another.
I might destroy this other one because it has been a long night, and I think I streamed that night too. It was really.
So what
fun.
was on the plate,
dude? She did ham, mac and cheese, dressing, collard greens, and she made pot roast, which is like a rarity. She don't normally make pot roast unless it's like an actual holiday. Easter is a holiday, but like not every holiday she makes pot roast.
Yeah. Pot roast is usually
Christmas.
We don't eat pork, so we have turkey on Thanksgiving. We have brisket or pot roast on Christmas.
Yeah, it's a Christmas thing.
So it's either it's a Christmas thing.
So I was sitting, I'm like, pot roast. Look at that shit, was immaculate. The potatoes were fire. Look at the carrots were steamed. The bitches dog, it was a wrap for the plates, bro. I bodied the last one the next day, and I was like, this shit was amazing. And at that point, I was inspired to start cooking. I actually made my own nachos, my own ground beef.
That's what we have.
Ground beef.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
I had to. Man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's a lot of fun.
Cooking?
Yeah. I was in that bitch. I'm like, bro, I got all these spices. I'm whoop, whoop.
Watch, and this goes to everybody at home. Watch Sam the Cooking Guy.
Sam the Cooking Guy?
Sam the Cooking Guy?
Holy shit.
The Cooking Guy.
He has some of the, and I mean, he's in quarantine, so he's like an old Jewish guy that is like, he's like your uncle, man. I can't explain.
This shit looks good.
Dude, he's just cool as fuck.
Let me show you the channel. I'm gonna link the channel.
Bro, dude, cool as fuck. He got like little merchandise and shit, and he actually has a knife coming out soon with his insignia on it. But bro, I'm telling you, Sam the cooking guy, he be coming up with some shit, and we most of the time we try to emulate like shit that he cooks, and
Mhm.
it just comes out so fucking good. He's the reason why I got a garlic press. He's the reason why I started cooking and eating my steak medium rare, bro. It changed your life.
So
I
what? I mean,
actually,
like, what does he say?
I think it's just the shit he makes. Like
It's the
look at
shit
this.
he makes. It just
This
looks
shit,
so
this shit
good, and
looks
it's so
good.
easy. Bro, he breaks literally every step down. He breaks it down, and as he's cooking it, like he be throwing in jokes. Like, dude's funny as fuck. So it's just like it's literally like watching your uncle cook.
Sam the
I'm telling
cooking
you.
guy. How
I
long does it
subscribe.
take for those things to?
It just depends on what he's making.
We gotta remember, certain things like chicken, you gotta marinate like a couple hours before.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, you gotta
Sometimes you
plan
do it.
out. You gotta
Some
plan
dudes
out
don't.
like your meals or whatever, what you
Like
want to
with
make.
chicken, one thing with chicken is you can marinate it, but sometimes you don't. Like I would come home, like if I gotta come home and cook, and like the chicken's just sitting there in the water defrosting, like I don't got time to marinate the shit. But if you heavily season, it's not gonna, like, say for instance, like if you heavily season, it's gonna soak into the chicken, but it's not gonna be too salty. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now, if you marinate it, then it's fine. You can go light salt or whatever. But if you like heavily season that shit, it's not gonna make a
So like
difference.
on the go, like on the fly, it's just better to just kind of just overdo it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever you think is overdoing, it's not.
Hmm.
So
Okay. See, that's what
go back and
I
don't
don't
go
like
any
seasoning
further.
So like
because I'm always afraid of doing that.
when you're doing it on the fly instead of marinating, instead of like 1 teaspoon, do you do like 2 teaspoons in that instance?
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I I season till it looks good, or like I can toss the chicken around and know that the seasoning is right
Hmm.
based on by how the shit at the bottom, because sometimes it's got liquid,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
how the shit at the bottom like kind of is a
how it
little thick.
sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna
yeah,
say,
yeah,
do you powder it in the seasoning, and that's how you know?
yeah, yeah. I put everything in a bowl, and I season everything, and then I mix it up. Also, butter is your best friend because butter makes the seasoning stick. So if you have some soft butter, put it on there with it, bro. Telling you, I learned a lot from Sam.
I actually was
So
about
a
to say
trick
fuck it and
that I learned, my
make
grandpa
this
used to do:
chicken.
leave the butter out. Like when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know you're gonna use the
Leave the
butter,
butter
leave it
out.
out instead of keeping it in the fridge,
Yeah,
and you get that. That's how you get the soft butter that just
yeah.
it spreads on every fucking thing.
I'm telling you, like
Buttered toast is my
once you
friend.
start, I'm telling you, y'all binge some of this dude's videos. Once y'all start watching him, y'all gonna want to go and get like a garlic press. Y'all gonna want to order QP Japanese mayo, because I got some upstairs. Man, that shit is
Japanese mayo is fucking
immaculate.
good.
It's immaculate. Telling you. No, he definitely made me do some shit that I wouldn't even normally think of doing. So very, very good. I actually started when I started being like a foodie, because I don't see myself as like a
A
really good
foodie.
cook, but I am a foodie though. Like I like watching like food videos.
I do
But
too.
I started watching like MasterChef. I watched the entire first 3 seasons, and that's what really got me into like cooking steak. And I know how to properly cook a steak: medium rare, medium well done. Like there's a way to cook a well done steak that most people just fuck up, and it ends up being a boot.
Yeah,
So
Oh damn.
it's kind of weird because like I always felt like I was like out of the loop when it came to like the slander on well done steak, because I've never had the rubbery boot well done steak people be like making jokes and memes about. Like all my shit's
Mhm.
kind of just been like really really fucking good, and it's
yeah,
just like for a while I liked well done steak. I didn't know that there were other shits that people could make it because I had
Yeah.
good well done steak. Then I had bad well done steak, and I'm like, okay, I see the difference now. But it's
yeah,
like that consistent good well done steak is not what you always get most of the time, especially from restaurants.
yeah.
Mhm.
A difference between a well done steak and an overcooked steak is literally 1 minute. If you leave it on the grill for over, I think the time is, well, no. The temperature the steak has to be is 170 160 or 170 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's a well done steak. I do believe. I think 145 to like cutting it very close at like 139 or some shit like that. That is rare and medium rare. So the difference is that you leave your shit on can either make or break the steak.
Okay.
So it's crazy, and you have to let your steaks rest. That's super important because once you take it off the grill or off the fuck is the pan?
Skillet?
Yeah. Skillet. That's the word I was looking for. Take it out the skillet, it is still cooking.
So what do you mean let it rest? You just set it somewhere else, like on a plate?
Set it somewhere and on a plate and fix your sides, let it rest for 10 minutes, let those juices in there first of all like cool down and be like, and then they'll activate everything.
Why don't you do a cooking channel?
Mikey, you low key.
Low key, like you talking about video
Mikey.
games and all this other bullshit, nigga. Just
I love cooking too.
well, yeah, I'm saying
like,
why don't you? But you know what's real crazy
I don't have
too?
a kitchen for that.
But you know what's real crazy too? Like you actually have a cheat code. It's the family.
You do have a family.
Black family man cooking up dinner for the kids and shit. All you gotta do is get the supplies ready. You already have a fire ass camera. Come on, right? Pop that shit.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I showed it to Chino like forever ago.
What do you have right now?
This is a C920.
No way. That's good as hell. First and foremost.
Yeah.
There's no way you got the C920
That
to look this way.
that shit look good. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
What lighting do you have in the back? I mean, we can talk about it after, but now I'm like
just have a
hella
ring
curious
light.
now.
This is a regular ring light. I remember when
Maybe
Omega
that's
first
why
started.
I've never used the ring light on the C920.
Ring lights are fire, dude.
Yeah, it's a ring light.
If I didn't get these Elgato joints, I would have got a ring. I would have
standing right there.
Yeah. The Elgato's the city right this bitch chilling. But no, like that ass, you have like a cheat code. You already have the money for it, you know?
Yeah, I mean I do, but I don't have a kitchen for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Next year I am looking to move, and I've said this before. Next year I will have I'm gonna try to get the kitchen because I'm still looking for a house. I haven't found a house yet. But once I do find the house, I'm gonna try to get the kitchen to where I can do that because I do have a lot of shit to do.
My mom told me when we were looking at a house, because they're trying to move too. She told me how important the kitchen is. It's the kitchen and the bathrooms.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're the most important rooms in the house in terms of just like what everybody's gonna be using.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
like
you
if
spend a lot of time in the kitchen.
If they're not up to par with what you need, don't go for it. Yeah, it's a skip. And I'm like, and I never really understood that until we went to the houses because she's trying to get like a big ass house for it, and 5-6 bedroom cribs and shit. And we're just looking around, and we had this one house that was really, it looked fire on the outside. The layout was dope. Everything was dope, but that kitchen was off to her. Then we get to another place that layout wise wasn't the same, but the kitchen was great.
Mm-hmm.
And the rooms are still like good.
Roomy.
Yeah. It was decent. And I noticed like the ones with the fire kitchen always have like the better assets to like the rest of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, okay, I think I understand what she's trying to do and what she's looking for. Because they had like an island, a big ass island. She had walking space in between like the counters and the stove and shit like that. I was like, okay. And a certain vibe got to get done too, because I've grown attached to like red cherry wood.
That's a good color.
Really?
Like in furniture?
Yeah, I don't know.
Attached to like gunmetal and grays and whites and stuff.
See, now I think it just depends on the house itself, like the rest of the house.
Mm-hmm. I like a bright house. I don't like a dark house.
I saw before we moved out here to Indiana, our old house had a dark red cherry wood cabinet set going on with like the black steel stove shits and like little future.
I mean,
it was the perfect like mix. It just meshed well. And honestly, dog, I'm gonna keep it a big. Now that I'm on my own, color coordination is probably one of something I always like kind of like picked up on really fast when we were looking for like decorations for for the bathroom and like the bed set. Like my master bed set matches my bathroom.
And a woman will recognize that as soon as she steps foot through that door. And she will
everything
be
matches.
impressed. I promise. She will be absolutely impressed. Think you got money or something.
Off color? What the fuck?
Off
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
Dead ass. Off color. This
There's a
nigga
lot
knows
of
how to
things that
match
women get
colors
impressed
in
by,
his
by
house.
dudes because dudes don't do it. Like most dudes don't do
Nah.
the shit.
Nah, they don't. No, I'm glad to get my wife when I got her because I didn't know how to do that shit. We actually didn't even have a house until shit. We were in our we were on our second kid by the time we got a house. But
Now, did she teach you those things, or did you learn from like your family?
I didn't learn shit. I just had my mom do everything. My mom can coordinate the fuck out of
Now
something.
that's
fucking-
the thing too. My mom is she's a wedding planner, an organizer,
okay,
event planner, or
Yo,
whatever.
that's what's up.
And so like we help her out. Like I sometimes take like a Saturday, a Sunday. She's like doing something, whatever, and I go and help her with her things. Move some stuff around.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I just noticed like I don't know. I pay attention to like what she does because whenever she does like an event, even like a family gathering, she decorates the fuck out of the house. And I mean
Yeah.
like she'll
It's a science to it.
yes no she'll get like candy that nobody will eat.
Just
But
to put it in
because
there?
because it looks good with the decorations,
Yes.
she'll put it in there, and
Yes.
it'll attract them to that candy because it's right there and it looks good.
Yes.
And I'm just
Exactly.
like-
it's a science.
And I'm just like, this shit is fire. I get it. I
Why
fuck
do
with
you
it
think-
heavy.
Why do you think the that strawberry candy nobody knows where that strawberry candy comes from, but it's always out at Christmas because it's red and green. Y'all ain't never had that?
I know what you're talking about.
Strawberry wrapper.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm shaking my head with you.
But it brings the tables together because I think those wrappers are like red, green, and gold.
Yeah. The little
Yep.
tie thing is like gold.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
whole
Yeah.
wrapper at the bottom is
And-
like green. Like
And my
little,
mom puts that shit out there every year faithfully, and it's perfect.
and it
Y'all gonna
fits.
eat.
And you'll never and in your mind it's like I'm nobody's gonna eat this. But because it's right
Yeah.
there, you're like,
Right. It just looks aesthetically.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
this
grab
bitch.
one and you start eating them.
yeah,
Right.
and then you get addicted. Because them bitches fire. Let's talk
Yeah.
about it. Them bitches are good. Bro, real
They cut your
talk.
tongue.
Real talk, old people, I don't know what it is, old people candy, dog.
Old people candy slaps.
I'm gonna keep it big with you. The one candy I can't get behind, and I'm gonna get slandered for this. Is
Probably.
It's like the caramel, like
I knew you was gonna
it's,
say
it's like the
Yeah,
caramel.
drops?
You outta
Yeah,
here,
little
dog.
cough drop.
No.
I can't do it, bro.
The
I
weather's
cannot
around,
do
dog.
it.
How?
outta
You wanna know
here.
why? You wanna know why?
Weathers. That's what it's called. Weathers.
Them by themselves, I can't do it. But I had them shits in like some coffee. I don't know
Oh
why. I don't know why I did that. I just kind
gosh.
of just poured it in the
Yeah, if
coffee.
you drop it in the coffee, hey, that's fine.
That shit,
Hell yeah.
man.
I've
that
never dropped
shit,
it in coffee
bro.
before.
My grandma loves coffee, so like growing up,
So
I
you
always
drop
like
the thing in the
that
cup?
ass. I grabbed
Yeah, the milk.
like two of the candies. It's hot as fuck, mind you. Put some like vanilla creamer in it. Put that
Mhm.
shit at the bottom. Let it sit there for a little bit. Drink you some. Stir it up if you want to, and they'll like absorb. And it'll come because it's caramel, right? So it's caramel, vanilla, whatever coffee you have, and it's so
Yeah.
good, bro. It's
It's
so
really
good.
I gotta try that.
But that shit by
Yeah.
itself though, I could never just get like it's the aftertaste like in the back of my mouth. It's kind of just it goes from caramel to like I don't know, like it's a little salty. Something
Yeah.
back here, I just can't rock with it.
I
it's just-
know
it's
what
just
I don't
not-
know what you're talking about. That's just gotta be your taste buds. 'cause
Yeah, it's something not right.
them shits slap, especially when you in church and you a kid, you in church on a Sunday morning, bored as fuck. You know your grandma got that shit.
Yeah,
You know your grandma got that shit.
I know niggas not a fan of sea salt.
Oh,
I've never had it.
I
never
body
had
them
sea salt.
shits. I body them shits. My grandma always come out. I don't know where the fuck they get this shit from. It's the
Is
regular-
it sweet or is it?
It's the
is it
regular
good?
ass sea salt, the non-branded fucking
wait,
wrappers.
you talking about taffy? Saltwater taffy?
Yeah.
This nigga talking about sea salt.
I've never had sea salt
it, just
before.
came, it just came out. That shit is fire to me. I be
Yeah, they
smacking
cool.
them bitches,
They
TBH. I mean, They'd be like, dog, close your mouth. It is. I mean, that bitch. They'd be like, dog, what are you doing? I was like, dog, I'm eating candy. That shit be like stuck in the teeth. I like that shit. I don't know why. Dog, I want you to know, bro. Like, this is a fire ass opener.
It was.
I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't want to like forcefully segue the topic, but I mean, I understand it's been a month since we've talked to everybody. Yep. Since then, a lot of games have been released. A lot of things have happened. COVID has been, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I've noticed, but a lot more people are starting to like go against the whole quarantine.
It's so stupid.
Thing. Like I just saw the other day, like Florida is opening beaches again.
It's like, what are you rebelling against? Health?
I don't get it. I need it to be outside. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I mean,
you know what it is? It's the fact that they're being told not to do something by the government, and they don't want to do it.
That's fine.
So any other time when it doesn't affect them, they're for it. But when it affects them in this type of way, in a very mass way, that's when it's a problem.
It's dumb.
And I want to know, it's gonna be a shame when the government shuts down the 4th of July. And the white people gonna be mad. The white people gonna be mad like a motherfucker, dog. Let's talk about it. But no, like a lot of COVID's still running rampant. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake are out. What else has happened? Anime Expo got canceled.
Oh, everything got canceled.
Everything's getting canceled, yeah.
Everything's getting canceled.
I think Anime Expo was like the last one to like announce, like most recent con to announce it.
I literally can't.
Did they announce that today or what?
They announced
I know
like
somebody
yesterday.
was. Okay, I was gonna say somebody was asking them to talk about it.
They dropped a whole little like dead ass Christmas letter, postcard looking thing about why it's canceled and
We're
shit.
sorry we have to cancel.
This decision was not made lightly. That is the cookie cutter explanation for COVID-19.
It should be made lightly.
I don't know
though.
why. I don't know why they don't upright say it though. Like, hey, we're not trying to get you niggas sick. So we can't get shut down if you fuck around and die because you're gonna sue us. Exactly. Right? And the government's already gonna shut our shit down anyway. Fuck y'all. Take your money. Take it back. Cool.
But Trump is trying to open up states I guess little by little, but the way that Trump is gonna do it, 9 times out of 10, it's just not gonna.
I want you to know his reaction to this whole entire thing has probably been the most. I think we spoke about this. It's been the most interesting I've seen. It's really poor how he's responding to this, and how the administration is really really poor.
Well, I've done enough, so
really really poor.
Do anything else?
Really really poor. What's baffling is they're still people that are gonna vote for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because there's a lot of people that believe in the bullshit that he says.
I keep forgetting that he has only had one term.
Yeah, we're 9 times out of 10 we're getting another one.
And
you
right?
hate.
What's real crazy is I think this term should have like let people know that like, hey, I get that you guys voted for him, but like I'm sure you've all been disappointed enough by this whole 2 years he's been in office.
They don't. It's one of those things about a lesser evil, except to them there's no real evil.
Right.
Even if it does fuck them.
Yeah.
Because they're getting fucked too. That's the thing about it.
Yeah. That's like, okay, let's because technically Obama could come back, right? He could run again. So let's just say Obama ran again. They would be like, all right,
again.
You can't.
You can, yeah. If you do your 8 terms or not 8 terms, wow, you do your 2 terms, then you can't rerun after that. And then once that term goes away, like once somebody else does it, you can run again.
No, they abolished that after Teddy Roosevelt. That's not.
He was that good of a president.
Yeah,
Okay,
Teddy Roosevelt.
You only get 2
Teddy
terms.
Roosevelt had 2 terms.
Period.
You only get
4
2 terms.
didn't he?
No, Teddy.
All right.
Teddy had. Hold on, going back to my history. Going back to my history class. He had. I think how the story went, and I just somebody's probably gonna correct me or whatever. It was looking like he was gonna get a 3rd, because of how good he was. Right. The nigga did a lot. The nigga killed the monopolies, all that shit. He was fired, and people loved him. And they're like, "Nah, we can't do this because this nigga's doing too much." And they were just like, "Nah, you gotta limit it to just 2 terms." I think he was going. It was either his 3rd or 4th. It was either his 3rd or 4th, and they abolished that whole entire thing. because he was doing too much. He was doing a lot. You want to talk about progressive? He was doing a lot. Shout out Teddy Roosevelt, dog.
The amendment goes past, just having, 2 terms. You can only have 2 terms for a lifetime. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so now I know. Now
Are you ready for the next Trump era then?
Yeah.
I mean, we in it.
Nah, unfortunately.
It's not gonna change.
That's kind of weird, though.
Better than this.
That's to be honest, dog.
This
To
is
be
as
honest,
good as it gets.
This is
Quarantine in
decent.
America in 2020 under the rule of President Donald Trump. Everybody is in their homes. Everybody's in their homes because of the rule of Donald Trump. Let's just put that out there. Had he been prepared, like President Obama was,
when you find out that
we wouldn't be here.
That he kind of like fired and let go a lot of people in that department that were supposed to be ready for this shit back in December.
No, he nixed the entire
department. The entire department got out of it. Yeah.
Epidemic preparedness squad. There wasn't one when he came in.
He did that back in what, December?
Yes. He pre-fired
say, I don't want him here.
He popped that shit. Then the next month after, hey, there's a virus in China. Oh, it's never gonna come here. Meanwhile, we have the largest death rate in the world right now because of it.
Yeah.
Do we have the largest confirmed?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We are leading the death rate as the news is saying.
That's
Yo,
just not,
this shit is fucking crazy. But more lighter topics. Resident Evil 3 is out. Final Fantasy 7 is out.
Yeah.
Only 2 of us have beaten the game.
No, I haven't beaten it yet.
Dog,
I want to call you words that get us demonetized.
You trying to type it? I won't read it, but you trying to type it?
Words that get us demonetized. I love it.
I want to attack you. But overall thoughts, reactions, hopes, and dreams. Because Resident Evil 4, 2 weeks after it got announced, or 2 weeks after 3 got released, got confirmed to be made in production.
Getting a remake, and I don't know how to feel about that. I honestly
don't think it needed a remake.
Can we keep it at 3 and then move? Keep it at 3 and then keep it going.
Yeah,
likes, dislikes, story, pacing, all that shit. How you feel about it, all that. I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. That bitch was fire.
Yeah, it was. The only thing that I didn't like was too short. It was way too short. Like, damn, I wanted at least like one more boss fight or one more like stint to go. I don't know. It just really just left me wanting more of Jill. Yo, Jill was so fire. Like,
yeah,
she had a lot more attitude.
They bodied her character in this remake.
She did. Yo, I mean, everybody played in the demo. She was like, "Fuck you, Carlos."
Bro,
and Carlos just trying to get some love, dog. Let's real talk about it, dog. Carlos was just trying to get some love. Why women gotta be so mean to the nigga that wants him, bro? Let's talk about it.
Bruh, she was it was a zombie pandemic. He works for fucking Umbrella.
Bro, it's a zombie
like, I'm not having
apocalypse.
this. I can't trust you.
Who really gonna be mad trying to get the wee
He's trying to get in the cut.
What's up, bro?
Right? He's trying to get some cutty.
What's wrong with getting the wee
and
wet?
he's gonna turn into a zombie. She couldn't trust.
We gonna die anyway. I'm trying to get my wee snarl dangled, you know? What the fuck you talking about? No. Yeah, alright. We gonna grab that hose. You better go grab that. You feel me? Shit. Oh shit, Mike.
But no, it was really good. The gameplay was solid as fuck. I absolutely loved it. Yo, the changes they made to Nemesis, while some of them,
this guy's playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in a Resident Evil game. That man said web swing. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
I hate Nemesis, and I hate him even more in this game.
This nigga, bam, bam. Bam! It's like, damn, nigga, you just gave me a square, triangle, square combo.
Bro, got some fucking
mutations. I don't know how far you are. Like, you're past the first mutation though, right?
Yeah. So I just finished. Nemesis is chasing me after I'm getting to the train.
Oh,
so I'm in the sewers.
The first mutation yet.
Oh,
Bro,
for Nemesis? No.
have you
I haven't seen his
played
first
for
mutation in
5
game yet.
minutes? Nigga, it took me like 5 minutes to get to that part.
I had to start over 3 times.
Bro, just get better computer, dog.
So that's your stimulus
You
check should go to.
trying to pay for it?
That's
Man?
your stimulus check should go
trying to pay
to.
for it.
I was
Trump
gonna.
got
My
Trump.
computer specs are fine, but I definitely
Yo,
want a new
Trump
computer
got
just to have
Trump,
it.
buddy.
I don't want to pay for it. It's like $2,000 for the computer I want. I just want them to release. Well, it's
Bro,
a 1797. I want that cube.
Yo,
Cyberpower has that cube
You want
PC,
that?
and I want it.
Okay.
We're not gonna get on that. We're not gonna.
It's
get
in
on
the shape of a cube.
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. But I just want the case. Like a lot of the stuff they have in there, I could buy
Not
all that
that
shit
good.
separate. Nah, it's not that it's not that good. I have it, or the equivalent. Like the cheapest one is for it's $1,700-$1,800, and it's got a 2060 in it, but I have a 2070 already, so
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't need it. But it does come with an i7 or something like that. I'm like, I would want that.
$1,700 and you're only getting a 2060.
Yeah, I know. And then the one
17
above it has a
the
2070.
The price point of $1,700 alone should constitute you have
2070.
Is it the
Like,
SSD?
at
Like,
least.
what's in there? Is
No,
it a
it's
Samsung?
It's just cyberpower. Cyberpower is becoming, create a PC version of Apple. So they charge what they want. No one else is doing it.
You better go to NXT or some shit.
I mean, I can build my own. I don't need them to build anything. I just want the case.
Oh, which is about a case.
So I can't. It's on a coming soon status.
Oh, well,
It's
I mean,
been that way for X
that's
amount of
just
time.
life right
That's
now.
not. I was say you'll get that shit later, but
That's just life right
Um,
now.
I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I will admit, I am kind of disappointed at some of the cut content. I get why they did it though. I get
They
the
cut some
whole.
content.
I get the whole. Oh, we want this to be more fleshed out. We want this to be more consumable for everybody. But I don't see it as that, because I don't see it as like Dead Space, because like I feel like that shit added to the experience of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely was fun still. Like the game was fun still. Definitely. I actually think it's the same length
Mm-hmm.
as the original, which is kind of weird
You
to
said it's
say.
like 4 hours, right? 6
It's
hours.
weird to say, because like I think most of the game length went to 100% completion versus
For the original or for this one?
for this one.
Well, so Mike,
Because if you storm through this bitch, you can beat that game fast.
Mm-hmm. I think the record is like an hour and 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I think somebody stormed through the game in like an hour 45 minutes.
I can
could be
believe
wrong.
it. I can believe it. I can.
But an hour and
Especially with that
45
dodge
minutes,
mechanic
yeah.
in the game.
Hold on, let me see.
All you gotta do is
Look up.
perfect their dodges and kill. Certain zombies definitely make the game a lot more easy. Like the ones that are like walking in the streets and shit. Certain
Mhm.
zombies you can kill, keep them dead. Everybody else you can just kind of just dodge around. But it's a couple specific zombies you can just kill them, move from Nemesis, and then just dodge everybody else.
Nemesis was scares me, man. And then the fact that he
He
punches
wasn't
you while you're
scary
being
for
attacked
me in
by a
this
zombie.
game. I think
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think the most scary thing about him was, for me, the voice.
Really?
I
He
expect
sounds the same to me.
I expected him to kind of just be what he was. I think what made Mr. X more scary for me was the fact that we were so confined to this small ass space.
Yeah.
Versus you have a whole entire city to just run from this nigga, and then if you perfect your dodges, you can dead ass just juke everything he does and be fine. And they really encourage you to attack him, so it's like, I'm just gonna shoot you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw a grenade at your shit. One grenade, you're already down, and you drop your fucking thing.
Oh, really? See, I didn't know that. That's good to know from you.
I don't need to It's like I would be terrified if he didn't permanently stay down for how short the game itself is.
Yeah.
Like when you fight Mr. X, when you down that nigga, he's down for a little bit. You maybe get 2 or 3 hallways away, then he's back to check. You hit him fucking same footsteps.
That's what scared me, is that you can hear him coming.
Yeah,
Nemesis, I don't hear
and
him coming. He
Nemesis-
just shows up.
Oh, yeah,
Nemesis
just come out like, hey,
Yeah,
how you
Nemesis is
doing?
like, what's good? He's the fucking Kool-Aid Jammer man. Oh yeah. And they say, what the fuck's going on, nigga? I just saw you like 3 chapters ago. And I never found him scary. I think him being more as hostile as he was definitely breathtaking. I do like that. Like his actions and shit. His AI was phenomenal. His AI was phenomenal.
Fuck, he was relentless about it.
His AI was phenomenal, but he wasn't scary to me. He just wasn't scary. I was more like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
The quickest somebody went through this, as far as I've seen, 57 minutes and 47 seconds on New Game Plus with unlimited ammo.
Okay,
imagine,
so I think
imagine Nemesis
storming
through the
Yeah, he was just doing it. He was skipping all the cutscenes and all that. Yeah.
Imagine Nemesis in the police station section when you're playing as Carlos.
Nope.
Bro.
I'd be fucking terrified.
That was terrifying.
Because then you got the lickers too. So that whole little segment where you're like going up and down like the stairs and shit.
Lickers are back in the game?
Yeah, they're back in the game. Like one.
Oh,
There's one in there.
Okay.
They really just.
Yo, what was really
I
cool
can kill that real quick. Go bang bang bang.
is how they touched on like how everything was set up for Resident Evil 2 when they went back to the police station when you played as Carlos. That shit was fire.
Yeah, like the
bomb up on the wall.
like the bomb is everybody thought it was like Mr. X and shit. No, it's the bomb that he placed. The unopened things that were inside the armory.
Yes, yeah.
That's some shit people didn't like. The unopened ones are the same ones Leon picks up.
I gotta play.
The dices are the exact same too.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta play.
I like that shit a lot. I admire 100% what they did with that. I like that. To be honest, I think it is time for a 4 remake.
You think?
Why so?
You don't think it's too early?
Because Capcom has been on the roll of making good games. And I
So
feel
you think
like
they need to
and I
make
feel
4
like
better?
they can't do 4 wrong unless they cut shit out. Which at that point it depends on what they cut out. Cuz
They can literally cut out all that fucking hand holding Ashley shit. I don't like it.
Well, no, that's the thing about it. They can only make that better. They can make Ashley playable. They can make
They're
Ashley.
not gonna make Ashley playable.
Yes, they will. You know why they? You know how they?
In the sense of
If
the
not
helpless
him,
part, yeah.
if not him, Luis is gonna be playable. Luis is 100% gonna be playable. He has his own storyline that goes on after fucking Leon, and so does Ada.
Yeah, they were actually. Oh wait, I know Ada was playable after with the not even the DLC, but like the later versions. Yeah, Ada was playable.
I feel like what they're gonna do it for, and what they're gonna do for is gonna be very, very interesting, because 4 is going to be the exact same game, the exact same like third person like view from the shoulder of the shoulder joint. The forest is gonna be darker.
Yeah,
I was thinking about this, how this shit would work. The forest would be darker. The mobs would be more hostile because all of the villagers are hostile. It's not just them just standing there. Then they attack you when you get close. No, they all attack you. They're gonna be a lot more hostile, kind of like they are in Resident Evil 5. When you like do the whole, it's gonna be like that type of hostile. It's going to the castle part of the game is gonna be dark as shit because it's gonna be bigger. They're gonna expand on that more because obviously they're gonna have a lot more mobs in there. You're gonna have like 4 or 5 new motherfuckers in there. Mm-hmm. The AI is gonna be different. The AI is gonna be fucking phenomenal. It's not gonna, because the really thing I like about like Resident Evil 4 was it played like an arcade game.
Yeah.
Whereas this one would essentially
be perfect dodge with Leon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dodge, he whipped their ass.
The perfect dodge with Leon, you'd have his counter kick that he has. Mm-hmm. You have his finishers that he could do. You have the aesthetic that 2 brought in, that little dark ass moody shit. When especially the weather in 2. The most terrifying section in 4 is going to be when you get to the lake. Hands down.
Yes.
You got to remember, that's just going to be dark. That's just going to be dark as fuck. Because that's the one thing I didn't like. That's one thing that 4, I can see
out of
why.
place right now.
You never played 4? Oh, dog.
Three was what made me hate
Dog,
Resident Evil when I was a kid.
You have to play 4.
You are
I told you that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna run through 3 and then go back and go through all the other ones.
That is the game that you know it's real crazy too. We always talked about like Final Fantasy 7. We always talked about like, you know, other games getting remakes, Resident Evil 2 and 3 getting remakes. 4 is the remake that I think is really gonna put Capcom on like a different tier of development, I think.
If they
so how come?
Because low key,
it's like so renowned for being the best one.
So-
Why does it catch so much flack?
so you ready for it? You ready? Flag. People love 4.
No, 4 didn't get
4
didn't get any
Four,
No
4
flag.
is the reason we got Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry.
Yeah. So the reason why 4 is being talked about, because everybody, you know, it's kind of like the perfect game syndrome, where
Mhm.
it's like nobody wants you to touch it. That's why people are talking negatively about 4 right now. Because if you ever played 4 and you play Resident the 2 remake and the 3 remake, you would see that 2 and 3 was inspired by 4. The whole gameplay. It's
Yeah,
all 4 gameplay.
the remakes that has like literally if you played 4, what they do in 2 and 3 remake is not that impressive. It's impressive in terms of like where we are now in 2020,
Mhm.
but like they definitely took some shit from 4, perfected it.
Yeah. If they keep the drop, you know, when you kill a zombie, it drops like money and shit. If they keep that, I think that'll put 4 in a better position to be good, because, you know, when I was playing through 3 and 2, a nigga needed some shit.
You say I need to help.
if they keep the drop system in and the money system, the stranger,
The
Then yes.
merchant.
and they need to have the nigga with the original voice. I will not have anybody else.
What are you selling?
What are you
What are you
selling?
Buying.
If they don't get the original nigga, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
You're gonna buy that game
I'm
anyway.
just saying.
I'm gonna buy it.
I'm just saying, dog. 4 could actually be the remake could actually be better than the original. I think. If they, because the thing about the original is that the original has a lot of QuickTime events. That's what made that like that's what at that point in time, QuickTime events were so new that only a few games could like get that shit done right. I.e. like Kingdom Hearts 2, Resident Evil 4. What else? What's that QuickTime events? The old Storm games had QuickTime events.
I mean, God
Yeah,
of
they
War.
did.
God of War, perfect example too. Like,
So was that was
And
like the
we're
time
in
where
a-
QuickTime was coming into play, right?
yes,
Mhm.
and we're in like such of like a 3D reactionary era now that like you giving us Leon, who's at, you know, Resident Evil 4 is one of the best games created in some people's eyes, right? It's Leon Kennedy. Come on,
Mhm.
give us Leon, give us everything he could already do, give us that same scary ass aesthetic that you already established in 2 and 3, that little dark undertone
Yes.
shit. Keep
Yeah.
that. Make the village have like lamps and shit. So
Man,
that's
yeah. That game was too bright.
yes, man. That's what I'm
Way
saying.
too bright.
If they remake the shit, it could be better because the castle's gonna be scarier. The castle's gonna be fucking terrifying. The little
No,
lake.
give me
Y'all are
police
gonna make me turn
station
into a
castle.
Resident Evil tuber, bro. I want it.
Hey,
I want
them
it.
niggas are eating.
I'm
Them
telling
niggas
you,
are eating.
give me the police station, the upstairs, but just the castle.
Yeah, no, dog, and like, that's the more I think about it, the more it just fits. I think we're ready for a remake. I think because like I looked at what 3 is, and I'm like the dodge roll is perfect, and then even when Carlos doesn't have a dodge roll, he has a punch counter,
Yeah, he punches.
and I'm like, wait a minute, if you can spin this right, it could be a kick, it could be an actual punch. Instead of a counter, it could just be an actual punch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You already have the gun system down pat. Like you said, keep the loot system when you kill mobs. Keep the merchant there so you can buy items whenever you have it. Buy upgrades for your weapons. Buy newer weapons too. It just something about that kind of just feels like it's needed now.
Yeah.
Because we're about to get Resident Evil 8. And Resident Evil is already going through a different transition anyway, because the remakes, the remakes are their own different things. We're talking about mainline series things. We're in Resident Evil 8's time now, right? Mm-hmm. Resident Evil 8 is gonna like take what 7 did and make it 10 times better, make it more consistent, because it's supposed to make a follow up to 7, story wise or whatever. It's supposed to keep that same feel, and that feel is perfect for the series. But if we're talking remakes, what they did with 2, it fits. It needs to. I feel like it's time for 4.
It scratches that little nostalgic itch, because it's just like you remember the story for Resident Evil 2, but you also remember how good the gameplay was for Resident Evil 4, and you mix that shit together, and it just does something.
Yeah, like
just did something.
Like the universe. I'm dead ass. I think the universe is talking to me. I think something dead ass. I think it's the perfect time for Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
I think we have done enough in terms of like the gaming technology, AI systems. I think we've done enough to where the next gen consoles, the PS5s, the Xboxes, even the Switch, we need a Resident Evil 4 remake.
We do, but I'm going to like counter that with, I think they could definitely spend a little bit more time with the engine and do a Code Veronica remake.
I've seen I actually want a Code Veronica remake.
Which one was Code Veronica? That's the one that
That's the one in between. No, it's after 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
With Claire.
Yeah, it's Claire.
And that guy. Yeah.
If we could do a Code Veronica remake, and I would definitely think then after that the devs would be super confident, and super knowledgeable of just what the Resident Evil engine is capable of.
The RE engine is I gotta say this, dog. The RE engine is probably one of the best engines we have right now. That mixed with the Square Enix
and I'm telling you,
engine that they got going on.
If we get Dino Crisis on the RE engine, it's fucking over for everybody.
Would you slap Dino Crisis out of arcade though? You play it on your system still, or do you think they should give you the gun? If they bought if they came with the gun.
What you thinking about?
No. Dino Crisis was in the that wasn't in arcades either.
Had a gun.
No. Dino Crisis was a Resident Evil clone
spinoff.
It wasn't
not spinoff, not spinoff, but like one of those like
It was
it's a clone.
Okay, so basically
it's a clone.
Like,
yeah, but that was in the arcades too, right? Because they had the gun.
Think of no. Think of Jurassic Park, but set in Resident Evil, like the Resident Evil gameplay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Dino Crisis.
Whereas the zombies are just dinosaurs, and they're a lot more reactive and hostile because they actually attack you. They see it like.
Bro, you give me Dino Crisis with the Resident Evil engine, and Capcom has a fucking banger right there. It's literally right there.
Maybe Jurassic Park, a good Jurassic Park game.
Bro, give me that before you give me 4. As a matter of fact, fuck Code Veronica. I want Dino Crisis RE engine.
Damn.
Bro, I honestly, dog, I think the reason why they're doing 4 is because I think they low key feel confident.
To put
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Out?
No, I think they feel confident to put 4 out because they know what 4 is. They know what 4 is.
Fuck that. That's a tweet. Wait a minute. I'm tweeting that right now.
Stolen.
So I mean, to be honest, I'm asking this for the people, but are we hyped about Resident Evil 4 coming back?
As far as the games go, me just because I love 2, I'm loving 3. If we keep the RE engine, which we know they will, and it just gets improved with 4, I'd be hyped for it coming out. I already own it. I just haven't actually played it, but I would be into it. Now, you guys mentioned there's some hand holding with whatever that girl's name is, the blonde chick.
It's an escort mission. It's an escort mission in Resident Evil 4.
So kind of like Revelations 2 with the little girl and
someone.
Okay, so yeah, that I'm not really a fan of. And I saw this really funny video basically saying how annoying that girl was, the blonde chick or whatever.
She's fucking trash.
He was very
I don't know if I'm down for that. Like,
I do not want to come back.
I was gonna say, like, what was the whole thing of that? Because I from the video, right, it was like an animated funny short, and it was just showing, yeah, that she was crying, and she could get you caught, or if you were like, be quiet, and she got tripped or whatever, or she came across something, she'd yell, and zombies would come your way. So I'm like, what? Why would that be so great to have in the game? Or like, why do people? I love that character. Why? I would hate it. She would make me
Nobody
mad when
likes
we quit the
her.
Ran
game.
into anybody
No
who
one
said they
likes
loved
her.
Ashley.
Nobody
She's the
likes her.
president's daughter, right?
Nobody likes her.
Nobody likes Ashley.
Literally, everybody loves the sections where you don't have her.
How many sections are there with her?
There's at least 3.
Okay.
There's one where you're going.
I thought you were
into
gonna
the
say a
castle,
lot. I was
where
like,
you have to
fuck.
fight through that little maze area, and I absolutely fucking hate that. Where you had to fight El Gigante.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was there. It's one in the castle where she had to hide in those fucking bins.
That's
She
my
was there.
that's my least that's my most hated part about that
So
game.
why
And
are there
wasn't it
situations
one
where
right
you
before
have
you
to
hit the
have
lake?
her and then you don't? Like, does she
Because you
wander
have-
off on her own?
It's an escape mission. It's a rescue and escape mission.
Yeah, Leon
Okay.
is sent there to
Like, you're
basically
sent to find her.
extract
You find
her.
out she's been kidnapped by these niggas. You find
She's
out
the
these
president's
niggas have
daughter.
been she's the president's daughter. And Leon, and those 5 years, 6.
Yeah, he's been working for the president.
Yeah, he got promoted because he did so good in Raccoon City.
Okay.
So he's been like training through the shit. Low key, they might make Leon better in this game. Because if we're talking about a remake, they're probably gonna try to like make the story more concise with his character
Yeah,
from
they're gonna
2.
capitalize on.
So they're
Yeah.
gonna like take him. Yeah, they're probably gonna like dive deep into like his promotion and his like training and shit that he did. Because you can't be no regular ass nigga working for the president.
You
You
think
can't- you
they'll,
can't be
since
no
now that we have DLC
police-
options, do you think that'll be a DLC story that they throw in there?
I think it'll be part of the main story. I think you'll get a DLC costume.
Okay.
They'll probably like because they didn't recap that in Resident Evil.
Yeah,
the
it's-
original.
Yeah, like that ass. All you in the original, all you get is that little introduction scene where it was like, yeah, it's been like 5 years since that journey, and I work for the president now. And then you get the intro, little Mexican music playing. Nigga Leon, racist ass police officers talking about some. Hey, you not from around here, are you? He's like, can you stop? Can you stop talking to me? This shit's fire. Well, besides Resident Evil, matter of fact, big pause. I'm gonna let y'all small talk this really quick. I gotta go pick up some clothes out of the dryer. Apologies for the sudden abruption. Apologies. Let
I
y'all
thought he was about to
carry.
say something else.
All right. So
Okay. Well, I mean, if we're gonna keep it with the Resident Evil, then what? Because now I'm just curious, right? Because I've played 7, I played 5 and 6, and then so I was gonna say 8. Wow, but no, they just started doing the remasters. So if 4 is the one, and then you mentioned Code Veronica, what other Resident Evils are there? Because I know about 0, I know about 1, 2, 3, 4.
Outbreak. Resident Evil Outbreak.
Outbreak. What is out?
Now-
Is that the mission or no? That's
Hold on. No.
is that
Outbreak
Resistance?
was.
No, that's new. RPD, Raccoon City something.
Operation Raccoon City. No, that was the squad based.
Okay. But Outbreak is a whole different thing.
Hold on. Yeah. Let me look it up. Make sure I'm telling you right. I think Outbreak was the on rails game.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. It was first person, I do believe.
First person. Fuck.
Yeah.
ass.
Resident Evil Outbreak was first person and it was on rails. Wait, no. No. Okay, no. Resident Evil Outbreak was something like a Telltale story. So basically, it was you're this guy, you just run around getting clues and shit, and there's like very minimal action. Most of it is puzzles. Most
Okay.
of it's puzzles. So Outbreak was it was trash. I'm not even gonna say that it was anything good. It was definitely trash. But that's not the one I was looking for. Outbreak isn't it.
There we go. Not bad.
Resident Evil. What is that one? That on rails shooter from Resident Evil?
An
On-rail shooter?
Yeah, Resident
The
Evil
one
had
with,
an on-rail shooter.
The one when you had to like battle all the tyrants and shit.
Yeah.
But it was like an arcade-ish style game.
Yes,
I forgot.
I think. Was it Umbrella? No. It wasn't Umbrella Chronicles because that was on the.
It
Wii.
was Umbrella Chronicles.
Was it? But I there was definitely one on the PS1.
It was Umbrella Chronicles.
Oh no, is it?
I'm looking at it right now. Is this Umbrella Chronicles? Umbrella Chronicles. Yes. Yes. It's Umbrella
I guess it
Chronicles.
was. Huh. I definitely remember there one being on, Resident Evil Survivor. That's what it was.
It's
Resident
not
Evil
it.
what?
That's the on-rail shooter.
Survivor. Oh, this is the old one.
Yeah. And it's a first-person shooter. Oh, it's not on rails. You can control the dude.
That's
I
Carlos.
remember I
Ain't
beat
it?
this shit in an hour. I was mad.
Ain't that Carlos? Or his name is like Vincent or some shit.
I think so.
No. His name is Ark. His name is Ark Thompson, something like that.
No, okay. I remember. This guy who you played as was a test subject from Umbrella. I think that's how that story went. You went and
I
you
don't
fought
remember
all
much.
the tyrants and shit, and at the end they basically revealed that you were one of the initial tyrants, I think. Something like that. It was a really
I don't
stupid
remember that
fucking ending.
game.
It was a really stupid ending.
Trying to think right now.
But it was damn near unplayable. Like this shit was trash. But if they brought something like that with, honestly, like a Resident Evil Telltale game would be fire. Outbreak was a Telltale game, essentially. So if they brought that with the Resident Evil engine, that would have been fire. I can see people playing that just for like some lore of Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
I would be down for that. But yeah.
I was thinking,
Okay.
to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they messed around and made a whole new timeline with this stuff, low key. Like use the
they
remake,
just reset it all?
use the RE
Yeah,
engine
made
to
Resident
be
Evil
like
6 good. The game is trash, dog.
yeah.
I don't like it.
I mean, you not lying, Playboy. You're not lying, dog. That shit was kind of ass. That shit, well, not even kind of. I think it was like what they say. It's the worst something in the series, something like that.
Yeah, this is the worst game in the series.
Yeah. But
And
go ahead.
go ahead. Shit. Oh, I was gonna say, and after 5, it wasn't hard to make a good game, like, because 5 had its problems, and it was way worse than 4 by far, but after 5, it wasn't hard to make a better game than that. It just wasn't. I didn't believe it. You could get worse than 5. I just really didn't believe that.
Shit, so much
But-
time passed.
Lo and behold, like here we have Resident Evil 6.
That's one of the worst games in the series. But besides Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII's out. The long-awaited
It is.
remake of one of the best RPGs ever created. How are we feeling about it? It's been a week since the game was released.
I love it.
I'm absolutely in love.
Yes. I fucking love this game.
So what do we want to
especially
talk? So
for
what
somebody
do we talk about? What do we?
Damn, what are we not gonna talk
Because
about?
because we
just
can't
gonna hold
we
rundown.
can't talk story.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk
because
story.
I could go on a whole
You beat it, but me and Yoku have not.
Yeah, so I was like,
All right, so I think if we keep it vague, but with our opinions about the game as a game in comparison to the previous one and its newness,
okay.
I think that can work.
So in terms of story, watch my playthrough. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna talk too much about story.
In terms of like
just watch the
opinion about it,
playthrough.
because I got it
Opinions
fresh
on
on
it.
me
Yeah, for opinions. Talk to
right
me.
now. And then it makes it even better because I'll be the first person out of any of y'all that hears it. I don't like original FF7. I would say it all the time. FF7 is not my favorite Final Fantasy. It's nowhere near my favorite Final Fantasy. I hate Cloud. So there's a lot of negative that comes with FF7 and Iyoku.
Why do you hate Cloud?
Remake, his life is a lie. What the fuck? Like
so you hate him?
Yeah, all of 7 didn't exist for him. That's not him. That's Zach.
Well, yeah.
I love Zach. Zach's tight as shit.
So you hate
Cloud?
him?
No.
So
I don't like Cloud.
How do you hate Cloud? He's a
like
victim.
7 remake, cool. I like Cloud in 7. He's a little mini Sasuke or whatever.
Dog,
even though
the
technically
nigga's still Zach.
Look, listen,
bruh. Right? He's a victim. Listen, how do you not like Cloud?
How is he a victim? A victim of what?
Bro, there's a reason why he's like that.
Look,
it's not just
oh
shit.
About his PTSD as a soldier. All
dog,
right?
that matters.
That definitely matters.
That's the whole purpose of the story.
None of this shit was his life.
Yes, that's the point of it. How do you hate somebody who doesn't know they're living a lie?
Cloud.
That makes no sense. How do you hate somebody? Bro, make that make sense.
His life is a lie. That's
yes,
it.
that's not his fault.
It doesn't matter if it's his fault or not.
Yes, it does.
I'm supposed to like him and Zach for the same reason.
No. They're two different characters. What makes Zach Zach is the same naive bullshit. That's the reason why he got killed in the first place.
Yeah.
Cloud thinks he's Zach.
And he's not.
Yes, because of what happened to him. The nigga was overdosed when all this shit happened. Dead ass about to die. Come to find out, the nigga's not who he thinks he is. And then the whole world is fucking going at the exact same time. The nigga lost the love of his life, or the person that brought out the real him and shit. He's a victim. What's there to hate about him?
Everything you mentioned pre-victimizing him and losing the person that made him out.
The whole point of 7, at the time too, was like what gaming's first taste of what PTSD is for people. That wasn't like actual research.
It was around
the nigga. The entire time, the nigga thinks he's somebody else. Tifa's like, hey, I don't know if this. Oh shit, vision. You're fucking with my brain, man. She can't. The whole purpose of the story is him being the victim, and coming to grips with him being, or coming to grips with accepting what happened to him. That's the whole purpose of 7. He is the victim. You can't hate somebody for being a victim, especially when PTSD, it's a mental disorder. He doesn't know. So you blaming mental disorders now? Tread lightly. Tread lightly. Tread lightly how you do this. Hey, I want you to know. I want you to know how I set this shit out. It was a setup, dog. You were gonna get canceled. I want you to know how you went about this next one.
You got it.
How you went about this shit.
I don't like Cloud, all right?
That just doesn't make any sense to me, man.
All right, I'll keep it at this because I have changed my opinion on Cloud only in the remake though. I don't like 7. All right, I don't like Cloud from the original 7. I don't.
But he's the exact same person. It is what it is.
Right, but you don't really get all of that from 7.
You know what it is? It's the voice.
You have to get it from Kai's core.
It's the voice.
Yeah, it's the voice.
Because because the thing about it is they dead ass are the same person. It's the same dismissive, the same I don't care, nonchalant, I'm only here for the money ass person. But it's the voice that like adds more emotion to the dialogue from 7. It's the exact same character. But the thing about it is, not only did they did a good job at fleshing out Midgar for Cloud. Because Cloud in the beginning of it, the section is, I don't give a fuck about none of you people.
Yeah.
And then as he meets Aerith and spends time with her and everybody else, Tifa and Barrett and shit, when you get to like, before they leave Midgar, that's when he starts giving a fuck more about like the mission and like who he's friends. Yeah, he actually cares about what's going on. Versus like in this one, they flesh out Avalanche and they flesh out like Midgar as a city, more so to where it gives Cloud something to react to. Whereas in the original, it's just straight up, it's as linear as it could possibly get in the original.
Yeah.
And it's growing off just dialogue. So him being a dismissive ass person, it's still the exact same Cloud. It's the environment that's different for him to react to.
Right.
I think
and I haven't played the original 7, but if I'm really thinking it, like dialogue can only go so far. Like you can't really express emotion in dialogue. So say for instance, like the first in the first bombing run, like when they're talking about it's like I just want to get paid. I'm only here for the money. Like that attitude is stuck with Cloud throughout the entirety of Midgar. I would assume. So if it's just text, everybody's reading that in his attitude. Like he can't convey that maybe he's changing his mind in the way that he speaks.
In the original, this is how aging obviously has shown, like how far we've gone in technology and gaming and shit like that. Because in the original, their reactions were more so dead ass. I'll take off of dead ass. This is how they reacted. They either did this, they did this, or they like did some shit like this. Them shaking their heads and like moving their arms and shit. That's how they reacted. That's how the game is played. So there's only yes, that ass. They do like the big ass fucking stiff ass arm.
Yeah,
that's how it's them shaking. There's only so much you can do with like with the technology they had that time. There's only so much you can express through text. And if he's being a dick to everybody, what do you want niggas to do?
I half agree with you and I half don't. The reason that I half don't, if I'm gonna keep it to Final Fantasy, is because 5 and 6 still had text, no voice, and I got the characters, their character development. I got emotions from the text, whatever they were saying, so on and so forth. Rydia was one of the top characters. What was she from? 5, right? I think it was 5.
She's 5.
But yeah, Rydia, she goes from scared little girl to badass fucking woman that will blow you up with a summon, and you get all of that. The same thing with Cecil. Cecil goes from this guy who's by the books. I need to save people. Gets his life turned upside down, saves a person that he wasn't supposed to save, and his entire world is flipped. He's like, fuck, dude, do I become an evil guy now? Like, I want to be evil. I want to become a Dark Knight because fuck the king, but my code. So I got all of that through text. And then
ready for it?
Going into 7, it's not there. At least not with Cloud.
You ready for it?
What's up?
My rebuttal would be every 3D game after 7.
For voice?
For that era from 7, 8, 9, and then 10's the next generation for whatever that is. So from those 3 games, they all share the exact same thing. The only difference is the actual story and the gameplay. The gameplay is exactly the same, but the only difference is the world that they're based off in. They all have the same.
7, 8, 9?
For 7, 8,
or
9,
for 8, 9, and 10. Okay.
For 7, 8, 9.
So 8, I hate 8. That's probably like top.
I think a lot of people. I think the remake is better for people.
I haven't touched the remakes because I think there's a speed up button and you can skip a lot of the shit now.
I haven't touched 8 and I'm what 23
now. Yeah, 8 is easily.
Ooh,
I hate Final Fantasy number 1. That's the one that I hate the most, and then I hate 8.
I haven't played 8 in that like 15 years.
No, my homie, his favorite game is 8, and I can't figure out why, but I do not like 8.
I'll probably give it a shot. Yeah,
9 is my favorite, and then 10 is right behind it.
It just doesn't seem appealing to me anymore.
8's gross.
I feel like it's because I hear the remaster's really good. I hear it's good.
I think it's because of the speed up button. A lot of the remakes are good because they have a speed up button. Because if you were to play original 8, no speed up button, no you can the same thing that you can do in 9 and 7. You don't encounter battles, no wild encounters, something about the map or whatever, faster movement. Auto select. You can pause whenever you want to. You can save.
If I'm gonna play 8, just play the Switch version.
Yeah, just play the one that they threw up or whatever, the remake or whatever it is.
The remake on
remaster. 8's on PC as well.
It's on PC.
Yeah, they've got a remaster on PC. They've got it on PS4 and they've got it on Switch.
I'm gonna have to. It just sounds like so much of a chore to do.
The game itself is a chore, and that's why I don't like it. Like the game itself. If I want to play 8, like if I wanted 8 for the experience, I would ask somebody the story. I would read the story. Or I would watch all the cutscenes for the story.
I'd watch one of those like little synopsis summary videos.
Yeah, that's all I would do. I will not go back and play 8 unless I really, 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 really wanted to play 8 for whatever reason. The final boss is a bitch. The boss before that is a bitch. All the other bosses after the first couple bosses are a bitch. and it's just the game engine itself. Everybody loves the card game, and they're like, "Oh, the card game was the best thing about it." I'm like, "Cool, I guess, but that ain't enough to save the game." But they will use it, so I'm not a fan of 8, but 9 I can fight with 9. I like that. I do like 9. They had a better modeling. Their models were better than 7's, so you saw a little bit more emotions.
Way better.
And then the story overall, like a lot of the characters in 9, I already like and I'm replaying it now, so I haven't beat the one on Switch. But
how is it? How's the port?
It's good. It's good. There's really, from compared to the original and then this one, there's not really a huge difference. Like I said, the only thing really is, it looks slightly better, even though it's still on Switch, but they made it, the textures and whatnot. You still have all your different speed up, no encounters, blah, 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 all that kind of bullshit. So whenever I do go into the world map, no encounters. If I don't need it, I'm no encountering. From the map or
on the fly?
No encounters. Yeah, it's like you have a pause menu and then you have a world pause menu. And in battle, you can press the same menu and it gives you the option. So in battle, I can speed up the battle like by 2 or 3 times. I can like just kind of pause it the entire battle.
So it's like a mobile game, like how their mobile games are.
Kind of, yeah. I haven't touched any of the mobile games past 4, and I didn't like the way they were doing them.
Brave Exvius was amazing.
A lot of people say that.
Brave Exvius I don't know if they still are continuing that game. That game when it came out was flawless. Literally, I love that shit. The only thing about it that was not appealing to like a nigga like me, who's like really well versed in the Final Fantasy shit, it didn't have a lot of characters to it. So like they would release it, like they would like release it, and they'd be like, hey, here's the main character, here's the characters that we introduce you. Then here's like the best character on the base game was like Esdeath, and he was just busted his shit for like the first like 2 or 3 months of the game. And then they released like Cloud, and then they released Zidane and all of them, and they start putting in more characters from the other titles and shit. And then there you go, we got an Ariana Grande cameo for whatever reason. She was a character.
Why?
She likes Final Fantasy.
Really? That's cool.
I didn't know that at all until they made that character and announced it or whatever. And she's like, I'm a humongous fan of the series. Like I have this shit. And I'm like, no way. Like Ariana Grande, we stand for real. We stand. Back to seven. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so back to 7. So my opinions on Cloud are there. But the remake, even though you mentioned with the voice, it's the game overall. And there's so much life to the game now that really just draws me into it. Even from the very beginning, right? I'm trying to keep this as like not spoiler centric or whatever. Sector 7. Sector 7 itself feels like a home. Like I'm not just strolling through Sector 7 to go from point A to B in the story. All the different side quests, even if you ignore the side quests or whatever, they're little side conversations that they're having. Everyone's talking on the side or whatever. If you get Tifa and you walk with Tifa, you're running through after you get Tifa, whatever, to go to the bar.
If you do a side quest, they have good things to say about you.
Yeah,
if you don't do the side quest, they got bad to say about you.
Yeah, and then they're like, damn, dude, Tifa's looking good today, man. I can't wait to ask her out on a date. And I'm like, hold on, time out. You're not gonna talk to my girl like that.
Bro, what you know, dog? I was in the fucking Walmart. Somebody said some shit. I turned around like, bitch, nigga, what's good with you? Hey, yo, what's up? What's up with you, nigga? What's up?
When she was wearing the dress?
Yeah. Oh, she looks amazing. I'm like, yeah, all right, nigga. Hold on, relax, nigga, relax, nigga, relax. Put your wee away, nigga. I'll cut it off. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Move, weirdo.
Bruh,
buddy.
I'm telling you, I love that shit though. It's great, you know. Everything about the game itself has life to it, you know. Even some of the little monsters here and there. And I gotta ask you about it off stream or off podcast because I don't want to spoil it. But just because I was playing it last night. But there's certain parts that I think weren't in the original game.
I have problems. I think one thing I wanted to add to your lively conversation is I really do think voice matters.
Absolutely.
Because in 7 they still have those text box conversations. You're just running by them and it's just regular ass purple pop-ups of like the text and shit. So like when you're running, when you're Cloud or whatever, like when you're going through Midgar, when you're just running past them, all you'll see is like a random ass text bubble pop up, and you really don't care to read that shit. You're just trying to go to wherever you're gonna go. But they do have those conversations. It's just that as one bubble, another bubble over it, and that's the conversation that they're having. But you're already like at the bottom of the screen. You don't care about it.
Oh, okay.
So I do
So, yeah,
think voice does matter though, in this scenario, because while you're walking,
is it fully voice acted?
oh yeah, this full game is fully voice acted. When you're walking, when you're just walking, and the music's like real somber and shit, and you hear the town talking, it's like that shit catches you more so than any text will.
Yeah.
The only time you end up reading dialogue is when you're in battle in this game.
I can agree to
and that's if you're playing on like regular English, dubbed. If you're playing Japanese.
I didn't play sub.
I don't want to play sub. I think
the voice actors and actresses did amazing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think I was telling this to Kami. I'm like, I think this little 30-hour section of the 5-hour section is better than the original.
Yeah, facts.
I think how this game is shaping for me, because I love Final Fantasy VII, only because it wasn't my first Final Fantasy. My first Final Fantasy was 5. And I remember what made me like Final Fantasy VII was the world around it. Like that little like weird section where Crisis Core was coming out, Dirge of Cerberus was coming out, Advent Children was coming out, and it was how they added to that world that made me like so engrossed with it. Because everybody knows I already played the original, and it's to the point now where I can tell you the entire story by heart. And seeing that they added all these different things in the remake makes me more excited and more in love with the game, with the franchise of 7 itself, than the game. Again.
Yeah. And I can definitely get behind that. So, because somebody was they were in chat last night asking me, and they're like, "Man, should I go back and play the original?" And I was like, I personally wouldn't. Like after, it's hard to say. I
do think they do though, only because of the shit that's different.
Well, so for knowing the differences, sure, but then I would just watch a video or figure out what the differences are.
Sure.
It's too many quality of life changes in the remake that make me not want to go back and play the original.
I feel like if you don't mind archaic gaming designs of the past, then by all means go ahead and give it a shot.
But you know what? The same thing is Persona. People started on P5 and they can't go back.
That's the thing with me.
I can't take somebody from P5 to P3.
Yeah.
It's if I give you P3 first and then you go to P5, sure. But the moment I let you taste P5, you're never going back to any other Persona game.
That was me.
It's the same thing with
that was me. The only reason why I ever got into P4 was because like literally, and that's my favorite Persona game. But I can't tell you the difference. 4? Yeah, but it's 4. But I can't tell you the difference between the two. And I started with 5. I went back to 4. I love 4. I'm like, okay, I see how this kind of changed in the last 10 years of them being developed, right? And then I get to 3 and I'm like, okay, I see the difference between 3 and 4. I just can't gravitate towards 3 like I did 4. So I see it, but that's just because I like going back and giving shit a try and seeing the differences and shit like that. But not everybody's like that. They like the digestible shit first. But in terms of 7, it's weird for me to say whether or not you should play 7 and you should play the remake, because I love them both.
I think if you do it in reverse. Play the
that's
been a question that we answered when people were asking us if they should play the remake or play the original
and then play the remake. If you have a Switch, buy the Switch version. It's $12.
It's like $8.
It's 8. It's 12 full price, but it's 8 if you catch it on sale. It's always on sale though, so you'll probably catch it like $9, $8. I think the most I paid for was like $5 on the Switch. It has a speed up button. Jam through that. It takes you like not even like a weekend or so to beat. If you just speeding up through the boring grinding sessions, it's not that hard. But the remake, man, my entire remake is me just like bawling and like just dead ass tears of joy. I'm like, damn, like they really did make this like a world. This little small ass slum section. The underground is a lot more appealing than the rich people at the top. And it kept all the same like messages, the underlying messages that they had in the original, like the Andrea message or whatever when he was in like the cross-dressing scene. That last little dialogue, we were like, "Oh, don't be afraid. Beauty isn't, you know what I'm saying? Beauty isn't held by gender roles and shit." I was like,
I think
the
that's
gay,
my
the
favorite
LGBT
part of
gonna
the game
love
so
this
far.
shit.
Yeah,
Because it's the
that
exact
shit was
same
hot.
messages they were trying to like condone back then. It's like, dog, this shit hits. They're keeping the same like, you know what I'm saying? The same like messages that they were trying to do back then, but it's there. It's
better.
still the same,
Yeah.
and it's better. It's the exact same
visuals,
message.
dude. It's the
exactly.
visuals, man.
And that's why I
love
think,
that
and that's
shit.
why I'm telling you, voices matter, bro, because it adds to the presentation.
Bro, that whole.
How do you like the combat
scene.
system? Let's talk about it.
Oh my god,
Alright,
dog!
that's where I
This
can
is
jump in at. 'Cause I've
by
been being
far the best. I was trying to figure it out last night. The only thing that I could say confidently what I would change about the combat system, the fucking AI is so goddamn stupid. But other than that,
Yeah, you're the
no,
AI.
I'm not the AI. No.
I promise you.
I know you told me about it.
Right?
I know you told me about it. You said it's really hard on they want you to focus on switching between characters and still playing
Not even
a
that.
JRPG.
You can make them do stuff. You don't have to switch to them and then do it. If you
Right?
hit
No, I
left
can
trigger,
press
right
RT,
trigger,
and then make them do it. But what I'm saying is, there's no reason that I should work on an enemy like a boss, for instance, the house boss. I'd stagger the fuck out of it, and Cloud would literally just be doing this. And I'm like, dog, what are you doing? Yeah, I had to. But I'm saying though, if I'm focused on Aerith, because Aerith had all the spells, the weakness spells, and I'm trying to do as much damage as possible.
She was the MVP that whole fight, by the way.
Yeah,
but that's where left
Cloud
trigger,
is just in
right
the
trigger
back
comes
fucking holding
into
his sword
play.
blocking. I'm like, why are you blocking?
They want you. I think my one gripe with the combat is the air combat. I think if they were to copy anything from any other series, I think Kingdom Hearts' air combat should have definitely been their go-to. Because I get that, like, what they wanted to do was they wanted to have it to where, like, the game puts a heavy emphasis on switching. If you need ATB on one character, switch to that character, make him do one or two things, switch back, control him with right trigger, make him do the spell that you wanted, and that's how they wanted it. It's really team skill, it's team-based, turn-based oriented, and I get that. But I feel like that air combat with Cloud is fucking atrocious. Him jumping, 1, 2, 3, go back down, jump back up, 1, 2, 3, jump back down, jump back up, 1, 2, 3. When you have like fucking Sora who's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then a finisher, it's like, dog, like, that's fire.
I get it, but you just set a bar talking about it being turn-based and team-based. So that's kind of like
and that takes away from the projectile niggas, because Barrett and Aerith, they're useful as fuck in their own right.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why you want to be constantly switching between the characters, because that still alludes to the game being turn-based. So yeah, you can only do.
And that's how they keep true to the original.
And then after your ATB is gone, you gotta move on.
Can we talk about? I gotta say the best character in this remake is Tifa.
Facts.
Yes.
Tifa is
facts.
If we're talking about battle system wise, Tifa in the original was not. She doesn't get good till I think after you live Midgar. For me personally, she didn't do much. Her limit was not that. I hate that little casino bullshit they were trying to do, and I hated that shit. And I think low key, she is the spitting image of what they were trying to do with this battle system. The whole ATB section, the staggering section. Her skills literally are for staggering. She builds up ATB. Her skills don't even take that much of her ATB. You can use Star Shower, spam that shit, and it only does one bar.
Such a good fucking.
And she has a skill that while you're using it raises the ATB for her. Bro. And I'm just like,
ATB battery.
Yeah, I'm like, she's so fucking good.
She's literally the epitome of what this battle system is.
Yes.
Aerith is second. I think Aerith is the second.
Aerith is fire. I love how they made her in this. Because you can make her a regular ass healer, but like she can do a lot more than that.
Nah, bro, my Aerith is aggressive as fuck.
My Aerith is fire.
Secondary. Heals are secondary.
I beat the game. I let Cloud do the heals.
I can't.
Only time I let anybody else heal is when they need to heal up Cloud and or Tifa. I can't
let Cloud do the heals by himself. He's not. Cloud's heals work, but because his MP isn't as big as Aerith's, and like so Cloud's Cura is the same size as Aerith's Cure.
Right.
So for half the MP, I could just let Aerith do it, and she heals the whole fucking party, no problem.
Now watch this. You ready for it? The reason why I use Cloud for magic is because him and Tifa were my ATB boosters. Like I told you about focus thrust. How that like is like a frame 1 animation. You can break people out of their magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told me about that.
So like I've been abusing Cloud's like skills in his combats because they break through a lot. They're like heavy attacks. They break through a lot of like the super armor a lot of these bosses and enemies have. So I use them as like ATB niggas. I was like, oh shit, bop 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 bop. I can use the skill. Here's a heal. Go right back to beating that nigga ass. Pop bop bop. Here's a focus thrust. Bop bop bop. Here's another heal for somebody. And just have them just start pummeling that nigga with shit. Real talk. And if I wanna get real crazy, when there's like a horde of niggas, just get Tifa to do Star Shower.
Yeah, Star Shower is it's so good.
Star Shower is fire, dude.
It's so good, bro.
That's my favorite. It's that ass.
Wham! I'm like, yes.
Oh, that shit is fire.
I love that shit.
For real.
She's so fun.
Yeah.
She is the best character in this game when it comes to the remake.
She's my favorite character in this game. I
My
mean, she was
favorite,
already
hands
my
down.
second favorite from the entire of 7, but she's definitely my favorite character right now in the game.
I love her,
Easy.
hands down. I love her. I love
She's
how
too good.
my sleeper pick would probably be Barrett.
See, you know what's crazy is that 7 made me hate and love Barrett even more than I already did.
The remake?
Yeah, because he's a fucking dick. And it's just like, I get it. I get the reason that he's a dick, right? He's a father, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to keep everybody safe, yada, yada. Cool. But it feels like it's one of those things where don't bite the hand that feeds you. Yeah. Except Cloud's not necessarily feeding him. Cloud is saving your ass. There's so many times, and this is in the beginning, so it's not even a spoiler. There's so many times in the beginning where Cloud presumptuously or presumably saves Barrett's hide, and then Barrett's like, yeah, but you're an ex-soldier, so fuck you. Do the job anyway. I'm like, no. If I were Cloud, I definitely would have chopped your other arm off. Like, that's not how you talk to me, bro. That is, I'm a mercenary all day and night, but you're not gonna talk to me that way. Yeah, it's bad. And then the Marlene, oh my god, bro, the fucking scene when you first see her, I love her. I want you to know. She runs away from you. She runs away, and then fucking Barrett decides to jump you. I'm like, nah, bro, I would have threw you across the table.
Where you're at, dog. Where you're at is phenomenal.
Oh,
I want you to know where you're at. It's an emotional ride. I promise you, Marlena's gonna make you water. I promise. Like, she's gonna make.
I was already gonna water when the thing happened on the railroad place. That part, because I thought I was like, no, that
so
happen.
Adorable, dude. She's so fucking adorable. And I want you to know too, Marlene, in the original.
You know who she is for me? Marlene is my Final Fantasy Nanako.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. Because I felt the exact same. Like she reminds me of her.
Yes, easy.
Attitude, no.
Like everything. I love Nanako. She was easily top 3 characters for me coming from Persona 4. And
dude, I can't front you. I
vibes.
Can't front you when Nanako.
Yeah.
When
I literally cried.
I can't try.
I wasn't a streamer then.
I wasn't here, bro. I was just like, bro, fuck this bullshit, bro. I don't want to play this fucking game no more. They're like, Nick, it's okay. I'm like, nah, bro. I fuck this game, bro. I was not having it, dog. I was not having it.
DX, yeah. And so I was sitting in bed. I skipped school that day because I skipped school all week, by the way. But whatever. Anyway, I skipped college. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm just going to play the game. And that thing happened. And I burst into tears. And I put the Vita down. And I couldn't stop. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, man.
This shit trash. This shit
trash. I couldn't explain it. And so the worst part was my homeboy, because he's the one that got me into Persona. He's in the other room. So she goes and, she's like, Buzz is crying, blah, 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 blah,
like,
blah.
Yeah. He's like, I know.
Well, he walks in and he looks at what's on the screen and he's like, nah, leave him alone. Let him have his moment. And I was mad.
Dog, man.
I was so
that
mad.
shit, I promise you, bro, it's luckily none of that shit happens to her. Cause I love Marlene. I think she 100% is the reason why Barrett is a fire character for me, especially like later in the game. When we get to like his story and like her story and shit like that, that's gonna be phenomenal to see. I think this shit really got me excited. Like I know this is coming from somebody who's beating the game. I'm obviously not gonna spoil nobody, but how they did this shit really made me excited. It felt like a rebirth almost, where it was like, this is what we want to do with this series. We know you all love the original, but in order for this one to be successful, business-wise, this is the direction that we're going to take. And it's one of those things where it's like, hopefully you guys enjoy it, but if not, we understand. But this is the direction that we're going in. And to be honest, I am 100% behind this direction. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gameplay is, yeah, I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. Some of the best JRPG gameplay I've ever played in my life.
It is. If JRPGs now, see, I do love my traditionals, right? So 100%. I still like the turn-based stuff because it lets me think a little bit more. But if more JRPGs took this route, I wouldn't be upset with it at all. Like, I'm not gonna, oh, they're copying Final Fantasy VII. Nah, bro, copy that shit.
I wouldn't be tired of it.
Companies can look, I would not get tired of it.
I don't think I would be tired of it, because imagine if Scrambled for Persona 5 played like Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, absolutely. I would play that game. If Scrambled played like this, bro, I would break the
I was off the top. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on.
I would break it. I would break it. I'd make content
like
for Scramble.
Bro, can you? Oh my god!
The aesthetic and the music hidden.
They have everything to do. They've got weapons.
Yes, guns.
They've got the charms.
They got the magic.
The accessories.
Bro.
Summons would be personas.
Bro. Yo. I'm telling you, I think this is just a fire. You know what's real crazy about this though? They've been trying to do this shit since Final Fantasy 12. This is what
No. I'll say 13. I'll say 13. I won't say 12. I won't say 12 knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. I don't think so, because 12 is that ass. 12 is they wanted to
beta
take tactics
13,
and they wanted to take the same shit. Nah, dude. 12 wanted to take tactics and active time or active battle time or active time battling, whatever the fuck, ATB, whatever. They wanted to take both of those and smash them together.
I want to go back and replay Tactics. That's a game
War of the Lions, right?
Yeah, that's a game I haven't played in.
Game.
I haven't played those. I haven't played Tactics. That whatever in like. I think I was like maybe 8 or 9 when those games were like. Yeah. When I knew what those games were.
You understand what the fuck is going on. That. The story, the world, the shit that happens is so much adult shit that happens in that game that I just didn't understand when I was a teenager. But it is grand. But if we're looking at what they've been trying, I say 13, because 13 had the paradigm shifts where you could go from attack to defense, and it was essentially switching between like offensive spells or offensive battling styles, and then defensive actions. I think they've been trying to do that or do this since then.
Do you think they perfected it?
I do.
Do you think they could?
I wouldn't say perfected, but there's very little that they could change about it that I would notice in a drastic difference. Like this, I don't think there's a lot. They can't make a subtle change that makes a drastic. For me, it'd be the AI. It'd be and you know what? Fuck that. The AI and stop stealing my meter. I have that's a huge complaint that I have is having my meter stolen. If I do,
I want invisibility.
Bar goes away. Yeah, that shit is dumb. Like, if I get hit and the spell never comes out or the move never comes out and the meter's gone, either give me back my meter or make me do the whatever I clicked, the action that I chose to do after getting hit, make him do it after I've been hit. At least that's something that they could fix that would make this shit flawless.
The reason why I probably wouldn't want that is because you can do the same thing to the opponents.
There's a difference between, just like you mentioned, the focus throw staggers them out of it. There's a difference between being staggered out of it, because I can swing on the opponent all day, but me swinging doesn't stop them from doing fucking javelin thrust 99.
Right.
So there should be the same mechanic for me. If it's a strong attack that staggers me, sure, then I lose it.
Yeah.
Right. But if it's some weak shit, if a fucking I hate the whatever they're called, the damn turtle things from the sewers with the spears. I fucking hate those. But
I want you to
if
know,
they stab
when I
me,
found out they were weak to fire, I spammed the fuck out of it.
dog.
I'm like, you gonna get this fucking
Oh,
bitch, bitch.
You know what's
bitch.
bad is I couldn't even spam the fire because I would also change the way they lock. I don't like
I don't like the
the
locking
CPU
system.
being able to lock. Yeah, they lock on to whoever you are as the player, unless you've switched after you get hit.
Yeah.
And I hate it. They auto track you. Like you'll see if you haven't played the game. It's not really a spoiler. I'm just preparing you for it. There's these turtle things in a sewer. They jump in the air. No matter what you do, if you switch or if you roll too early, they track you, which it shouldn't work that way. I literally have I think I have a clip of it. I looked up to see where the turtle thing was, rolled out of the way, and the turtle thing somehow went to where I was after it was already going the opposite direction. So that tracking shit is dumb. They need to fix that. But that's something they got to change up. But they shouldn't be able to poke me out of cure. I shouldn't get hit with a thing that does 48 damage and then I don't get my cure off.
Agreed.
You know, that's what I'm talking about.
Now, how would you feel about if there was like a materia for that, like invincibility materia or some shit?
For like iframes?
Yeah.
I know there's one called Deadly Dodge, and I can dodge things.
Deadly Dodge, I gave that to
whatever.
Tifa early on.
I should have given it to Tifa. I have it on cloud, but I don't.
She
Ooh, for real?
So
I gotta give it to you. I gotta give it to you.
I gave her chakra, Deadly Dodge, and I let her be the assessor early on. And then I just took it from her whenever we were with her.
Yeah, I gotta change that shit up then, because that sounds nice.
Cause she is a
sure.
fire. She's so fucking good. Tifa is fucking amazing, bro.
She is the best character in the game, man. Tifa's. I can't wait for the
level up system.
Agreed.
And how deep they made it. It's like you can literally make any character a certain way. You can make Cloud a healer. You can make Tifa the defensive. Well, I wouldn't do Tifa on defense because her health is trash. But you can make Barrett the tank. You can make Aerith. She can do damage and heal at the same time. I love how deep that system goes with the materia. Not only the materia, but the weapon leveling system.
Yeah, it's
just so fucking good. Like, and it's just like, damn, why haven't more games thought about this?
you know what? It's crazy to say this, and I only say it's crazy because of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't FF7 in its decade of time? Wasn't that the revolutionary moment for JRPGs for them?
What, the weapon system?
No. Just FF7 overall.
Yes.
Like, wasn't FF7 was like the revolutionary? Like, this is the best. They just did it again. They literally just did it again.
Did I not say that before it came out?
To do it with 15.
Did I not say that before it came out?
Like
yeah, they literally
remember that conversation.
Just did it again.
You remember that conversation that we had before this shit came out? What did I say? What did I say? They did it again. 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 They did it again, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Niggas gonna hate that I'm always right about this shit. I promise you. Look. I knew that shit was gonna come out, and the moment we played the demo at PAX, I was just like, this shit. I need to play this shit again.
You said it was gonna be game of the year. You said this is gonna be.
I was like, you can't give me that. You can't give me 15 minutes of this. And then when they got the demo out, and I saw the potential that the niggas were doing with the demo gameplay, I was just like, this is scratching something that's really, it's close. And then we get the game, and what the demo had was not even close to what we got.
Nope.
And it was just...
And they improved. I don't know what demo we got.
Oh, yeah.
We were at PAX. So we got some early build of PAX, and then we got a demo that was also an early build. Bro.
We played the E3 build.
Okay, from last year, right?
Because I noticed the motion blur in the build that we played at PAX was a lot more...
It was too heavy.
Yeah, it was heavy. But then the one that we got on the on the PS4 before the game got announced, it wasn't. It was still there, but it wasn't like as heavy. Then you get the game and it's not there.
Yeah, it's not there at all. Like, I don't have any headache playing the game whatsoever. I can roll all day. If you rolled in that PAX build, bro, I got a headache. It was
like hella bits of the screen.
Yes,
You're just like, what the fuck
yes.
going on here, Shraggy? What is
Cloud
this?
swings his sword, and I still see the after image. I'm like, time
Yeah,
out.
bro,
What's going
I'm
on?
good on this, bro. Oh, goodness gracious. Shout out to that being done and over with.
But yeah, they came along. You can see, like, and I appreciate that for being at PAX, to be able to see where the game was, how much it impressed me, even with the flaws it had then, to where we are now. And the game is just, it's fucking phenomenal. I'm here for it, absolutely. But I'm not even done with the game. I'm still captivated by the story overall. It is so hard for me to try and say that there's gonna be any game that competes with this. The things that I've seen of Cyberpunk, nah, I don't think Cyberpunk's gonna compete with FF7. You have to hate JRPGs.
Oh, you mean
and
Steampunk
RPGs.
GTA?
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe
falling.
Last of Us 2,
I'm not
though.
falling from that stance, bro. I'm telling the only game that could probably run Final Fantasy out of it is honestly Last of Us.
That's
They
the only game that I can see
delayed
right
Last
now.
of Us. So until we get a release date for that game, Final Fantasy 7 is the best game to release this year.
Isn't that still Square? Last of Us still under Square,
it's
right?
Naughty Dog.
Okay, that's Naughty Dog. All right. I'm thinking about Tomb Raider. That's what it is. I'm thinking of Tomb Raider. So yeah, it's pretty much that. They're competing with themselves. Unless shit, Nintendo might come out with Mario Odyssey 2. I don't know.
Nah, we get that Mario collection.
Yeah, I want Sunshine on Switch. I want Sunshine and I want Paper Mario. Those two games I want to drop. I don't give a fuck about 64. I want those two games to drop on Switch.
We
Easy.
still have
You know
Shin Megami Tensei.
That's just never coming out, by the way.
You're talking about the one on
never
Switch?
coming
Shin
out,
Megami
by the
Tensei
way.
5?
Shin
Yeah,
Megami
I
Tensei
don't think
is
we're getting
never
that.
coming
I
out.
really don't think we're getting
We're
that.
not getting it for another 5 years, bro.
I want it, but I don't think we're getting it.
We're not getting it for another 5 years, bro.
They showed that shit off 5 years ago, and we still don't have anything.
We got a whole
Switch wasn't even out then, and we ain't got it yet.
You know what's real crazy about that too? A lot of niggas are getting into Persona, and niggas are just waiting for Shin Megami. Like, yo, when is this game gonna come out? Like, yeah. Like,
You know what's gonna be funny though is I don't think, and I've always said this: people that like Persona don't like Shin Megami. People that love Persona like Shin Megami. But it works in reverse. Or yeah, I'm right. If you like Shin Megami, you like Persona, but it doesn't work in reverse.
Even with the new guys?
Even I think the new guys are gonna hate Shin Megami Tensei
Really?
if they don't do it right and they stick to the tradition and Shin Megami is like it has been, they're gonna hate it. Especially if it's something like if it's like Devil Summoner on the 3DS, they're not gonna play it. They're not gonna love Shin Megami. It's a tactics based RPG at that point. They're gonna hate it. If it's something like SMT4, I have it up here. What was it? Apocalypse, Devil's Apocalypse or something like that. They made a two-parter. It's a two-parter to it. But if they make the game like that, Persona players might play it. But the story's way darker than Shin Megami Tensei stories are way darker than Persona stories.
Kami and Noah be telling me like if you play that shit, like just remember it's not Persona. I'm like, okay.
It's not. Yeah, and the big kicker is that you don't have social links. So you make connections with people and the demons. They're not called personas, they're called demons. But you make connections with them. You can still bargain with them, all that kind of stuff, and you build up a connection. So you have a social rank, quote unquote. It just doesn't exist for you to visibly see. So there's no girlfriend, there's no waifus, there's no, bros before hoes, none of that. It's literally just a story, and the decisions you make in the game affect the shit that happens in the story. And SMT4 in particular, right? There's the very beginning, at least, teaches you about justice versus punishment or something like that. You can choose to faithfully follow, right? Your whatever the fuck they call themselves. You can faithfully follow that code, basically being a knight, or you can question it. And if you start to question it, you can't go back. Once you start questioning it, you can't go back to pure justice. So a lot of the things start to alter in the story itself. Certain demon bosses, they can tell that your justice is wavering. They're like, all right, cool. I can see that you're not really 100% innocent. You're not 100% pure. How about you let me go? How about you join me?
Oh yeah. Now like attract them to you and shit. That sounds decent.
It's fire for people that like this shit, right? I love SMT because of that.
I want the fucking genocide run. Let's get it.
Yeah, I love SMT because of that. If I can alter like my decisions to do things, and it's really cool You don't have to kill certain bosses. There are whole ass boss fights in SMT that you can completely ignore depending on, you know, what your energy is, how you are within your character's personality or their development. There is one particular one. If I'm anywhere close to being pure evil, this motherfucker's like, I will join you in taking over whatever the fuck you're trying to do. I don't even want to fight, just kill one of your friends. And you're like, all right, bet. You're already so far gone that your friends are already planning to kill you behind your back in some other kind of way. But whatever, you don't know that at the time. You only find out after you kill one of them. But it's cool. I like it. That's why I say
fire.
People that love Persona will like Shin Megami. But if you only like SMT, you're not gonna like Shin Megami. Because a lot of the reason that people like Persona is the social ranks. You know, my waifu, oh, I love An and Mikoto. I love them too, but that's got shit to do with SMT most of the time. You know, you're gonna wife a chick and she's gonna be your ride or die bitch, quite literally. She will follow you to the ends of Earth and die in hell, or y'all are gonna take over Earth and then she'll die later because one of you betray each other. I don't know, but it's tight. Shin Megami has dark as fuck stories and I love it. I really want that on Switch. I just know we're not getting it this year.
No, we're not getting it. I was just saying we still have those in the pocket.
Yeah, I even then I couldn't see it competing with FF7. If they did, they would literally have to re-engine their entire thing, and just like we talked about with how Scramble would work, SMT would have to work very similar to that. But instead of hard on the action and movement, it would have to be hard on the tactical side or the choose your attack side. It'd have to be hard on that to keep the SMT fans.
Now that Final Fantasy VII is out, and there are a lot of RPGs that are, you know, have been announced but no release dates. How many of them do you think are going to change their formula because of Final Fantasy VII? Because we don't have a release date for Tales of Arise, and we don't have one for Digimon Survive.
So those two in particular, I think they're still going to keep on schedule. Whatever their release date is planned now, I think they'll keep.
There's no release date.
I think those are gonna keep
what they have now.
Yeah, I think when it comes to those RPGs in particular, it's something else besides the gameplay. I think the gameplay itself is already done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
now, so if you would have said something like a White Knight Chronicles 3, let's just say that was miraculously being in development, White Knight Chronicles would benefit heavy from the way Final Fantasy has done their combat system. If White Knight Chronicles ever did something like this, that game would have been good.
I was gonna say,
you don't think Tales would?
Well, Tales already kind of had that switching between characters thing, where
and that's what I'm saying.
But it's just like, but it's already like
take you know, they would take certain aspects from Final Fantasy. And,
well, what can they take from it though that they haven't already done in their own world?
The ATB
yeah, and at that point, because they technically have their own ATB game.
They do their own, like they literally do that whole, like you can switch between characters, like they do that already.
The materia system, the weapon level ups.
Well, I can see
weapon level up. I can see that. That's an RPG mechanic.
I can see the weapons customization, like how strong a weapon is and like what other field you want it to be. I can see that, but
I want them to take the skills.
As far as that's concerned, like, well, no, they already have their skills too, but it's
what I'm saying is learn skills from
directionals.
No, learn skills from the weapons.
Oh yeah. I think
I would like that in Tales.
I think that's definitely something you probably could do, because I mean that would add more versatility to not only your arsenal of characters, but it would give you more incentive to like actually try to 100% certain things, because certain weapons are hidden behind certain quests, and if you're like, oh shit, did you know you can get like a weapon that if we're talking Tales, you can like stun your opponent after it's done or whatever, do like 2,000 damage. You're like, oh shit, where'd I get that from? Or you gotta go like 2 towns back and do this side quest. You have to be about this level. This, okay, cool. You go grind up for a little bit, take that skill and just put your already stronger weapon, you know what I'm saying, your already stronger weapon on, and you'll still have that skill, so you would just do the damage plus the ability from that weapon.
I can see that.
It could happen.
I can see Arise benefiting from and from the demo they showed off, or not the demo, but the trailers they had. One of my issues with Tales is that whenever you get into a battle, no matter how open world it feels, it locks you in that circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
and you can't escape
I
that
feel like
circle.
that circle
So,
gets smaller and smaller besides the final bosses.
for each game,
Yeah,
or just in general.
I
can see that.
I think for because I used to play because I know I played Symphonia.
Symphonia had a decent size
The
circle.
2 or 3 on the PS2. I think the widest were like Bracerias and Vesperias.
Yeah,
And it just feels like I don't know why. I think it's the graphics, honestly, like the times they were made in. It just feels
It
like
could be.
the more advanced we get, the smaller that circle or arena gets, and they really just want you to like focus more on like attacking and shit like that. I'm sorry, my
Yeah.
light is like this. It's
no, you're good. You're good. But yeah,
It's not
I could
happening.
see a Rise benefiting from removing that circle.
I think
And then
I
giving
don't
us
think
something
Arise is
like
gonna have that
FF7.
circle.
Well,
don't
I
think
mean,
it
if they
is
give
either.
us just like a smooth transition, just like how FF7 does between fighting and
No.
running.
That little those. Have you seen like the game shots, the gameplay
I haven't
screenshots?
seen. No. I haven't seen any gameplay screenshots. The
I
last thing
think-
that I saw was the last trailer they put out a couple
I
years
think
ago.
it's gonna be open world.
Yeah.
I think that circle is gonna be gone.
Okay.
So what you think they're gonna
Okay.
do a Final Fantasy like
Breath of the
12
Wild type of thing,
Breath of the Wild?
where it's like you'll have like your party or whatever, y'all are running around and shit, and it'll like start the battle. Where it's like Final Fantasy VII, where like the music kick in, they'll hone in or whatever you're targeting or whatever. But as far as the world goes, the world like a Xenoblade damn near. Where
Okay.
Where Xenoblade's like really just open, and any
Yeah.
monster can come in and interrupt the battle. You could be focused on one person, then all of a sudden here comes a big ass one coming in just because it sees you. You know what I'm saying? I think that ideally is what they're going for with that one. Because the gameplay
I don't know if
screenshots,
they do that.
the gameplay doesn't look like a Tales game. It looks different. It's like a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like it looks different, and I'm like.
I could see that.
And I'm just looking like that little small section of gameplay that they did have was more like third person from the back than it was from the side angle that it always is, where it's like you're in the circle, you have to hold like R to run around and shit. It's not the same. It just looks different. It just looks entirely different.
I can see that for
Your
sure.
dog is mobbing. He like, what's good? He was in that bitch like, yo. Let me get out.
What y'all talking about? Y'all got some snacks?
Let me get off this
That's
bitch.
my girl right there, bro. That's my girl.
But I think I don't know JRPGs, bro. Ooh, I know I'm not a near fan, but it's getting a remaster.
It is.
The original
first one, right?
Nier, the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
Nier, the first Nier is getting a remaster.
Xenoblade's right behind the.
Xenoblade's coming next month. Ooh, I can't wait. I still haven't played the first one, so this is my first. I'm excited about that shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Um,
The only, like I said, the only buy if you can, buy a strategy guide with the game, for sure.
okay.
It's Xenoblade. Even in 2, it's one of those games where they pack it so much full of side quests, and while you want to ignore them, right? Because like 7, for instance, you can just run through. You don't have to really worry about the side quests, and you'll still get your story. But in Xenoblade, especially in Chronicles, there's and what I was told, because I never got past a certain point, certain side quests, if you don't do, they lock you out of other characters. Not if they're like a main character to the story, then no. But you know, like how they always, like for instance, FF7, you know, if you don't do something in the original, you can't get Yuffie or whatever, some shit like that. So like you can just whole ass not have Yuffie ever.
That's very
It's
traditional.
something like that. Yeah, something like that. Where if you don't do this side quest or you don't go out of your way to go do this, then you don't get that character. But it happens from the beginning. It's like, so here's side quest part number 1. Okay, next story part. Side quest part number 2, and so on and so forth.
And you'll never
And
get
you
that character until like later in the game.
Yeah,
But because you
exactly.
didn't do that side quest and you can't do that side quest no more, they lock you.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So I would definitely recommend sliding a strategy guide, at least to go through side quests and figure out what it is that you want to do. Because on the 3DS, I never beat it because there were too many side quests. Like I have 60 something hours in that game, nowhere near beating that game. I'd say I'm 25% deep into the story.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's one of
It's too
those?
many fucking side quests. Like that's what I hope they got rid of, is they made more gear line side quests. But Chronicles 2 has a lot of side quests too, but I can clear them. You know, because some shit you just can't do. They're like, all right, cool. You're nowhere near strong enough to fight that thing. You can't fight it right now anyway. So,
Okay.
but you can always come back to it.
All I'm
Chronicles 2
gonna
has
say
a
is,
teleporting.
if you're a fan of JRPGs, it is a great time to be in the mix because
Oh yeah.
Persona 5 Royal
Mm-hmm.
is really fucking good as well.
Yeah. Also on that, because I know a lot of people haven't played the original. You don't have to play the original to play Royal. Don't play the original. Just play Royal.
Just get Royal.
Yeah,
just get Royal.
at this point, if you didn't take advantage of Persona 5 being $20 for the last 2 or 3 years, just buy Royal. Like,
yeah, just
if
cop
you
the
buy
65.
Persona 5 in 2020,
why you do that look? And then he just
what is wrong with you? You know, like what's
you know what that reminded me of one of those those little videos people are on FaceTime and they just freeze themselves. They're not frozen or anything like that. They just freeze themselves.
I can do that.
And
That,
they force the call
that
to
shit's
hang up.
fire. That shit is fire, dude. That shit is fire, dog.
That shit is funny.
I just can't imagine somebody saying, "Hey, I picked up Persona 5. It's so good." How much you pay for it? Well, $20, dude.
Hello?
What?
Hey Nick, are you there?
Hey, Nick, are you there? But I will say though, I'm about to do Madarame. I think I might stream later tonight. Do Madarame's thing. I'm thoroughly enjoying the changes they added to Mementos. I love how fast Kamoshida's palace is. It's fast as fuck. I deadass got in and got out. I'm like, nigga, I don't even remember it being fast because like you play Kamoshida, you maybe leave the bitch like maybe 3 times before you actually beat it.
Yeah.
And this one, you deadass beat it as soon as you go back in there after you meet Morgana. Yeah. As soon as you get on, you can clear that whole bitch out.
I think they really I don't know if they listen to feedback or not, but the fact that we get the gun thing early on,
bullets replenish.
Yeah,
oh my god,
bullets replenish. We get what was it, the
status ailments are more frequent.
Status ailments,
technicals are in there.
I could sleep I slept a boss for the first time in my life of Persona. I can sleep bosses, and I was like, yeah, no, it's a wrap. You telling me I can sleep this boss right now? I'm sleeping
but
every
you know what though?
Boss.
I like how they didn't sacrifice conveniency for difficulty.
Yeah,
because the game is still tough. It's still tough. Yeah, I like that because sometimes to appeal to the what's the word? The general audience.
Mass audience. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of games like to sacrifice the core mechanics of the game for the sake of that. They did a good job at adding these things, these slice of life things that people who played the original are going to enjoy, but also keeping it as difficult for those people to come back and have a challenge again. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I like that because and this is the thing about it too, is that this isn't just like these games specifically. Like this is modern RPGs now. Like status ailments on bosses, slice of life, conveniency, tactics and shit in the games now.
Yep.
That is what RPGs are now.
Yep.
And I like it. To be honest, I think JRPGs are the only way you can actually get like an actual organized story, that aren't convoluted anymore like they were in like 1990.
I can agree with that, except for God of War gave us a non-convoluted story, and it's an action.
God of War is convoluted. The original God of War is.
No. I'm talking about the remake.
Oh, the remake is fire.
God of War. Yeah,
remake is great.
God of War.
Remake is phenomenal. It hits more the more you know about the original though.
Yep.
It hits hard when you know about the original. That shit had me, man. Bro, you haven't beat God of War.
We talked about this on the last one. I haven't beat it yet. I'm literally, the only reason I haven't beat it is because I allowed chat to talk me into fighting Valkyries, and I couldn't beat the Volcano Valkyrie because she wants me to kill like 100 fucking people in a row. I don't want to do that shit.
I didn't beat it either.
I didn't do the Valkyrie missions. I didn't care for that.
I'm not gonna do them. I'm just gonna watch someone else do them.
Yeah.
Because that one in particular, all the other ones,
Valkyries are hard.
Two Valkyries. Yeah, I've done two of them.
I've only
but
did
that one
3.
in particular is too. It's the challenge to get to her is tough as shit. And then the issue
and the little maze one.
No, not the maze one. The one on the top of the volcano, the mountain. And you have to. It's like a boss rush, but with all these different enemies. The issue is when I kill the enemies, like 100-something enemies without dying, I have to fight her with whatever amount of health and shit that I have left.
Yeah, you keep all the damage.
Yeah, and that's what makes that tough. It's not her as a fight that's tough. It's getting to her that's tough.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't want to do them anymore.
But I do like that though. Like difficulty is still a thing in games. That's not Dark Souls.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Holy shit, Dark Souls.
I love Dark Souls too. We get a new one.
I still have yet to play anything Dark Souls related.
I love Dark Souls, bro. I love it.
The
I'm
closest
ready
thing
for
I played to Dark
Eden.
Souls was what is it? The other one,
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, yeah.
Yeah, Bloodborne's solid.
Sekiro was my first.
Sekiro's great. I love it.
It was my first.
I'm excited for Ghost of Tsushima and Eden. I think I'm a little bit more excited for Eden than Ghost of Tsushima, just because I don't know a lot about
the
Eden.
mystique. I keep telling people, dog, that mystique shit adds to the allure of some shit, dog. Real talk. I can see that, dog. Yeah, we've been recording for like 2 hours
it's almost
now.
3 hours. Was it 2 or was it 3?
Almost. Did we wanted to talk about anything else? I mean, we got all the games.
Yeah,
we
talked
about all the games.
Well, we were supposed to do that one topic.
Horny on main.
I guess we could just do questions.
Horny on main. Yo. Honestly, that horny on main topic was just gonna be us telling Yoku to get help. Really?
Bro, I don't need any help. Tell Twitter. Twitter used to get help. Tell Twitter.
You need
Listen,
to
people
stop,
listening right
bro.
now.
Stop responding to these girls that are posting this shit
look,
for attention. You're giving them attention.
Yeah, I am. But
stop it.
Are they in your DMs at least?
I mean, not the particular one that we referenced earlier.
Yeah, you're not getting a response from her.
Not anymore. I mean, I got a response from her, just not anymore.
I got that bitch blocked.
Don't give me that face.
Fuck that broad. Anywho.
But yeah, let me fake simp sometimes,
Fake simp. I can't front you. I almost fucked around and gifted a bitch 50 subs.
No, relax.
It was one of them. Are you
gonna slide in the DMs after that?
Shit. Yes, sir.
Hot damn.
I need therapy. Man. Let's talk about me.
Bruh. No. It's just you know what it is? They just need to accept it. They need to when we fake simp and we reach out and you slide in the DMs.
I'm not fake simping shit. I'm trying to fuck.
Oh, okay. They just need to accept it then.
I'm not here for this bullshit. I'm not here. This shit.
They need to accept it, bro. When you slide in with the cock out, let them know.
I'm as open as possible. Like, hey, you are attractive. I have condoms. Let's link.
I have condoms. What if I don't want to use a condom? Oh, say less. Big facts. Just let it happen, man. Just let it happen.
Well, I guess we're done here. Do you want to do the questions?
Yeah, we got
questions.
We got questions?
Yeah, we got some questions. Let me go. We right here. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
I'll start reading these off for you all. Danny asks, how long do you realistically think the state of the things as they are right now will last? Is in regards to the pandemic.
So what I heard a couple of days ago was that a cure wouldn't actually be available or created, one of the two.
For a year.
And then, of course, this is publicly, for about a year, 12 to 18 months.
Early 2021.
So as far as realistically, here is what I would personally prefer. I would prefer quarantine to last all summer, at least until September. And the reason that I would prefer that, and this includes, jobs or whatever, all that kind of shit, because one, we've got put into a position where, I mean, granted, the U.S. is always in debt, so it doesn't matter. But we've been showing a lot of the things that we compare the U.S. to with other countries, we are capable of doing. The government literally just decides not to do it. Like your job giving you paid leave for a month or 2 months or whatever it is, no hassle, no problem.
Seeing a lot of companies coming out with that shit.
Yeah,
they normally don't do that. It's like, okay, all right.
And that's what gets under my skin about it. And then, we have to turn around and go right back to these jobs and just go back to normal. after you know what they're capable of doing. Hey man, I'm sick. Can I call in? Nah, we need you. You really don't. You just went 3 months without having me. You don't need me. You just want me here. I don't like things like that. The government's get the stimulus check or whatever, which I mean that's kind of chump change for the government in a way, but you know,
It is, but they can
giving
do
us
it.
something. Yeah,
That's the
the
thing,
fact that they can do it. Yeah.
You can give somebody $12,000 on a whim, then what's $500 a month towards medical?
Right. Or as much as people will abuse it, food stamps. Like imagine if one of the main things that we as families, single households, people that are, living on our own, whatever, imagine if one of the things that we have to pay for that takes out the majority of our money per month was paid for by the government.
That's what I'm saying.
We
Like,
wouldn't have as many complaints. Like people wouldn't complain about the government as much.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
a lot
check
of
this
this,
out.
a lot of this COVID shit is proving
What-
that is possible.
what if food stamps was just abolished and they just gave everybody money?
Huh?
Food
Nah.
stamps don't buy diapers.
They don't. They do not. You're right. And I like that. I like money because I don't need all the food, but I definitely need money. So.
What about you?
How
long?
Pretty much what Aoki said. Probably about till early 2021. I don't see this thing getting any better. I do, on the other hand, I do believe. Well, today they just basically opened the beaches back up at Florida, so we're going to see how that works out. But I do believe we have hit the peak of, cases or whatever. Obviously, there are going to be new cases every day, but I do believe we are flattening out the curve, so to speak. But if we continue to not social distance, if we just go back to if we ease back into normalcy within the next 2 months, we can definitely see a wave 2. It's not going to go back that quick. It's just not.
I want
matter
to
how bad we want it, it's just not going to work that way because we need to kill it. We need medicine for it, and we need to have we need to have some things in place because this thing can't run as wild as it has been running. We need to wait for a vaccine, and we need to wait for treatment. Because I mean, the only thing that are really fucking people up is the breathing, the respirators. People are dying because they're suffocating themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, fever goes into it, but you can't treat a fever. You can't treat.
Yeah, they're treating corona like nigga, it's the regular ass like.
Right, and we need
flu.
new medicine.
It's like, no, we need new shit now.
Yeah, we need something new that's going to not only fight the flu but not kill us at the same time.
Yep.
And that is a very, very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
So
and you have a lot of stupid motherfuckers out here. I want to go back to work. Have you seen that video? We want to work. We want to work. And they're outside of that governor's house or whatever it is. Those motherfuckers are dumb.
All right. Get a hustle. Damn it.
This COVID shit is going to make me mad, but I don't want to talk about it my damn self. I don't care. Lock the government down. Lock this shit down until we get a fix for it. My days have not changed since. The only thing that's different is I can't have that many bitches over. That's about it.
You are such a black person. Did I say that?
I'm honest. What do you want me to do, bruh? I'm living my truth, bruh. Did Final Fantasy VII Remake live up to your expectations? Did it go above and beyond?
Yeah, I think we went over that, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say absolutely. We definitely answered that question.
Yeah, we kind of already. And we already talked about the biggest negatives regarding Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Just on questions in general, because of what happened with the podcast in particular last time, guys, if you could just not ask us COVID questions.
Yeah, because that.
Yeah, but
not that we don't want to answer
we actually
them,
had
but
COVID in the title. We're not gonna have COVID in the title this time.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. YouTube can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Favorite TV show ever excluding anime?
Heroes.
The Office.
The Office.
The Office. Have you watched
The Office? Is funny. I've been seeing a couple episodes here and there.
The first couple seasons are funny.
No, they're all.
How many
seasons?
No, they're not.
Are there?
Relax.
No.
No. Relax.
The Office is the
How many
only
seasons?
show that I've ever watched where a major character has left and it was still good afterwards.
You can have that, sure. You can have that. That's fine. You know what show is not that good? Friends.
Canceled.
That shit is ass.
Friends isn't.
I've never seen more than
You're
one
not missing
one
out,
season of
Yo,
Friends.
You're not missing
Friends
out.
was good, man.
The first season was. That's all.
Alright, so yeah. When it really started about being about Ross and Rachel, then yeah, it went downhill from there.
But that's still like maybe like a good like 2 or 3 solid seasons though.
Yeah.
So that's fine. That's cool.
But yeah,
Mine
definitely my
will
favorite.
probably be Martin.
Martin's solid.
Yeah, Martin is really
And
good.
you know, if I could bundle all of those up, all of those late 80s, early 90s black specifically black family sitcoms, I'd say all of those.
Bro, A Different World hits.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if you can find A Different World anywhere, I think
There's got to be a
it's on
DVD
Amazon
collection
Video.
of it.
If everybody's got,
All the
Prime,
streaming
you can get
platforms don't
Amazon
even have
Video.
it. Amazon
Bro.
Video, bro, Amazon Video. I can't find a lot of this shit on there.
Really?
Do they
A
have?
Different World. If you watch some of those episodes, bro, that shit hits today. As a grown up, that shit hits.
I don't really watch TV. When I
Bro.
do, I always enjoy what I watch.
Dog, A Different World hits. Me and my wife sat there and watched the entirety of the show. It hits.
So I
Damn,
might-
you know what I would say
Dude,
too?
might have
Black
to
Love
slide.
is beautiful, dog.
All that. I would throw all that in there.
Honestly, I would throw Ned's Declassified.
Facts. Have you seen damn, I wanted him to keep up with it like consistently. That shit was hot. There's a guy, I don't remember his name, but he did a Ned's Declassified college.
Yeah.
And it was him. I really wish he would have, like, if he would have just done that throughout his entire college, he would have been the Ned of the real world. That would have been clean. That would have been a huge
He would have actually gotten copyrighted. Because what he really could have did, if you want to take his shit next level shit, he could have made that as like a web series, turned TV show, but it couldn't be declassified school. It'd have to be like School Days or some shit or College Trip. Or, it had to be some shit. It had to be something branded different, but it'd be the same concept. Yes, sir. Other than that, if he would have kept it as whatever it was called, like the classified in the shit, it would have been taken down.
I'm still in that. I'm gonna have a kid and I'm gonna make them do that for elementary.
I'm gonna have a kid and
high school and college.
I'm gonna just record him.
I'm gonna just record them.
Fuck it. Your whole life is a DVD collection. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is the year 1. This is year 1, season 3. This is year 2. This is year 5. This is year 6. You were bad as fucking year 6. This is year 6.5 when you had your first pubic hair. Crazy.
All right, so that's what we're not gonna do.
What's up?
Wild.
I'm gonna have a whole shebang. Like, yo, this is when you had your first girlfriend. You cheated on her for some reason. Fuck is wrong with you? I rewatched this shit several times. Shit was crazy, but it's fine though.
This is year 12.
Bro,
Man, it was coming.
I'm gonna have multiple like webcams and like all his friends' houses and shit. That way, that way, if there's like a little crazy ass story where it's like he's dating one girl but his friend's like dating the other girl, I'm gonna edit that shit, and it's gonna be like, yeah, dude, so you still fucking with Ethan? Yeah, bro, I don't like that nigga anyway. Then I'm gonna switch back into like when they're having a date, like, yeah, Ethan, bro, I love you. Yeah, I love you too. Meanwhile, have like some crazy ass like
a whole TV series.
Yeah, that's just be fire, bro. It's gonna be the Dead Ass the Truman Show. The Black Truman Show.
All right. Okay. I'd watch.
That shit be fire.
I would watch.
Okay. Next one is: would you rather be with the completely same person that lies to you, or a mentally unstable person that's always honest?
I read this.
Okay, elaborate mentally unstable. Like, how far are we talking? Like, is she killing me mentally unstable, or not? Like, can I just revive all the time? Or
honestly, I don't think there's a difference between the two.
I feel like there is. You can be mentally unstable, but still be collected in thought. So
I mean, I guess honest. Like, if you're mentally unstable, but you're an honest person, that doesn't make you a bad person.
Right. That's
You
what I'm
just- you
saying.
just
If
have
they're
a-
collected in thought, then they just do things that they might not should do,
Right. And
but out of their
personally,
control.
me myself, like I don't think I have never gone through it, but I personally don't think I'm strong enough to be in a relationship like that.
I'm not
To-
either, but
to
I'm also
where-
not strong enough to deal with lies all the time, forever.
I'm gonna
I'd kill
just
her.
say
I would kill her.
So,
I
but I definitely wouldn't like to be lied to.
I do
so
the
I would
latter.
definitely have to stay with the mentally
I do the latter.
unstable person.
Because you can become strong to deal with that.
Yeah,
You don't just get used to lies. Like, that's not how that works.
everything damn near is you start questioning shit. You start looking at yourself different. It's weird.
Yeah, and
Last-
then within, 'cause I feel like that'll happen is you become the mentally unstable
Yeah,
person. If
you become
decide to
that
lies,
person.
you become the mentally unstable.
So the latter is what you're looking for.
I would
Yeah,
I
I
would
would-
get
the
with the
latter.
mentally unstable person that's honest.
Okay. And last question is, how do I keep myself sane during this mental hell of a quarantine?
Damn, dog, I really be going through it, man.
I'm gonna let Mikey do this because he's the well-rounded of us.
Yeah, I'm a
It's not
homebody.
hard to
So
it's not hard
it's
to
not-
keep yourself
it's-
sane. Like you guys are losing
it's
it.
not, wow, you said Mikey, not Yogu, but
That's me. Hey, you never fixed the cameras, right? Yeah, so I'm Mikey.
shut up, you're ugly. Anyway,
You hear that, guys?
no,
Mikey's
like I said,
ugly.
I'm a homebody. So as long as I have my phone, the internet, and my computer, I'm good. But as far as those people who are active outside and they like to go out and do stuff, you really have to sit down with yourself and figure out, you know, what it is you can do at home to keep yourself busy. For some people it's cleaning, for some people it's gardening. You can go, you can get your sunlight. You can go outside. You can actually go in your front yard or your backyard and just enjoy. I mean, if there's nobody at home, if like the rest of your neighborhood works or something like that, it's just if you just live in a quiet neighborhood, you can go outside and just enjoy nature.
TBH?
You can. Or just the sounds of your area, whether it be the city or something, like just hearing your surrounding, it's very calming.
I would try to pick up a new skill personally.
Read a book.
I would say read a book. I mean, if you really want to start drawing, start writing something, start finish that backlog of video games or TV shows you haven't watched.
Yeah, like watch tutorials on something that you thought you never could do.
Yeah,
and just be like, damn, that might
take
be
this
very
time
easy,
to
and just try it.
Take this time to reinvent yourself for sure. Because if anything, this shit should teach you is to teach you how to be. For me, it's teaching me how to be alone. Because I know when I moved here, it was very hard to like wake up and kind of like start a routine that didn't pertain around like the rest of the house. I kind of just woke up. Like, to be honest, I was doing laundry earlier. I look forward to doing laundry. I look forward to washing the dishes. I was really excited to cook that one time. I dead ass can't wait to make this brown rice and chicken when I dead ass get up. I look forward to the sun's out right now. If we were recording this right now around like 4 or 5 o'clock, I got that balcony. I'll probably be on the balcony on my chair, kind of just like staring out, outside, just breathing. Another thing I got to get back into, but I feel like 100% this should probably be like a thing of mine again, is meditating. Kind of just
I hear a lot of that
because it's quiet already in the crib as is, right? I literally have my door open right here, but it's quiet as shit. So it's like I wouldn't mind just sitting in the fucking living room, get in a position and shit, set up, and just breathe.
And for those who are watching or listening to the podcast who have kids like myself, I've done a lot with them. I bought like the kid version of Cards Against Humanity. I bought and as a matter of fact, playing a game like that where there's really no end goal where kids can express themselves, you really learn a lot about your kids, their humor, where they get their humor from. I was like, that's some shit I'd say. You learn about a lot. I mean, I bought Jenga. I bought some more. What, baby? Yes. All right. They're cooking fries now.
With your air fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
is the eldest ready to drive yet?
Not yet. She just turned 15.
Okay.
So she's got a year. I mean, she's been studying, but like, fuck can you do now?
Yeah, you can't really do much until 16.
We can't. I can't even like. I think she can get her permit.
Yeah, you can get,
a permit.
But she
and you can
can't
get a permitted. Well,
She
so
can't.
you
She
can.
literally
Well,
can't.
she can't get it.
Place
Well, you
is
can get it
closed.
online.
Oh yeah, this shit's closed.
You do it online.
Not
You
in
do permit
Missouri.
online.
Not
Oh,
in
okay.
Missouri. But yeah, I mean, there's.
The fries are mine. I get first batch.
Like I say, there's a lot you can do with your kids, and like it's a really good time to get to know who your kids are, and just pretty much like how much of them actually you've rubbed off on them. It's
Mhm.
it's a good time to get to know your family, to be honest. But other than that, I mean, like, life really shouldn't be too different, honestly.
Man, this shit made me realize like we humans have like relied so much on a lot of shit.
And that's what I was getting at. Life shouldn't be too different so much as you really just can't go shopping. Like if you really think about it, it all boils down to like commerce.
Yep.
You just can't buy shit. And you actually can, because we've got people who bring like food to us. You've got Amazon who's always delivering shit. As a matter of fact, I got some microphone covers.
I was gonna
today.
say the postal service is still going, so it's not like you can't order anything online.
So life really isn't as mundane as you're making it out to be. Like
Right.
Surviving quarantine isn't really much of a survival game because you can go outside. The virus isn't airborne, so you can enjoy outside. You can enjoy the things that you enjoy. Like niggas just not going to work.
Yeah, and it's just people aren't in work or school, and I don't understand why anybody would cry about this. Like people are literally crying and whining.
If I was a child right now, do you know how much fun I would be having?
I'd be having the most fun right now.
Now, one thing. I do not let my girls go out to play when there are other kids around. I do not let my girls play with other kids. That's one thing that I am very clear about, because I don't know where other people have been. I don't know where, what's affecting what. So I am very cautious about my kids playing with other kids.
Right.
That is an absolute no-no. So other than that, yeah, you should be, living. If you're an adult, you know what the fuck to do. But as a child who really, they get that there's something going on, but they don't know the severity of it. They don't know all that. So I try to keep them, from doing it and explain to them exactly why, they can't do certain things.
Enjoy your time home.
Yeah, and just enjoy it. Like quarantine should not be a jail sentence. Quarantine should be something that it's a reset. It really is just a reset. You're in your own element. You can find stuff about you that you never really knew. You can, like I say, get to know your kids. You can get to know the people that live with you. If you live alone, then I guess it's a little bit more challenging for people who do live alone. But at the same time, it's just like you can reflect
This
on
should
yourself.
beat my ass. But I'm invincible, so it can't happen.
There it is. But yeah, it's like you can reflect on yourself. You can get yourself a business plan. Like once all this shit goes, all I'm saying is like, people are still making money from home. There's a way to, there is a way to make money. If that's your goal, that's what you're stressed out about. OnlyFans is popping right now. On both sides of the spectrum, I promise you. You're not. Hey, yo, there's a lot of girls that are on there that are making bank, but look as plain as a fucking.
I'm about to go post my Weesna on there again.
And their content's trash.
And their content is trash. Like, if you, bro, all I'm saying is OnlyFans is popping. That's all I got to say on the matter.
Yogu.
About OnlyFans?
How do you feel about what the question?
Keeping sane during the quarantine.
How are you holding up? What would you advise people to do?
So I mean, content creation has been pretty big. People are buying. I read this morning that all the podcast mics, which means the Shure, whatever that mic Afro uses, yeah, and then some Audio Technos. All those have cleared out. They're gone. They're sold out from Amazon apparently, because people are venturing into their little internet avenues. They want to see what they can do on the internet, and all that kind of fun stuff. So you have a lot of people that are pulling up streams, trying to make content just to try. Like, this is their moment to try it, right? They've been looking for a chance to try it. They haven't had one before because work or school or whatever. And now they have an opportune moment to, like, you know what? Let me try. Let me see what it's like. And they're going to go for it. They're going to shoot the shot, which is fine. Me personally, when I am in a content creation mood, this shit slaps. When I'm not in a content creation mood, I literally, days get blended by. However, I do things that make the day go by. Like, I'll just play an RPG. That's my thing. I like JRPGs. I'll start at whatever time period. Like tomorrow, if I don't stream, I would wake up in the morning, play the game, and the next time I blink, it's nighttime. Like, my entire time period is playing the JRPG and eating, I guess. That's it. You can watch series. I've cleared out a couple series, since the whole quarantine thing has been going on. And a big thing is, most of y'all are still with your family, mom, dad, both, brothers and sisters, whatever. You might hate them during normal life, if you want to call it that, but y'all should really be spending time with family and getting to know who's what, because ain't nobody else in there. Like, y'all literally stuck in a house with 4 to 5 people. Just live your life, man. I'm about to start a cooking with the Yoku segment just because I said that. I'm gonna learn how to cook. Dead ass. We're about to go watch some Cooking with Sam. You know what I want to learn? I want to learn how to make Japanese cuisine. And I think I'm gonna do it. I want a pork belly bun. I really want a pork belly bun.
Well, it's not Japanese. She does a lot of Korean food, but you can look up manchi.
Manchi?
Manchi. Hold on.
Oh yeah, show me that. Yo, you just got food channel stacked on your YouTube.
Dog,
huh?
I am a foodie. Yo, if I'm not watching like Epic 7 content on YouTube, I'm watching food, or I'm watching wasp nest removal videos.
Why that in particular?
I don't know. Yo, because I'm deathly afraid of wasps. I've never been stung by a bee or a wasp or anything like that. So I look at like what scares me, if that makes any kind of sense.
Mm-hmm.
It started off as like I don't even know how. Oh, you know what? Because I heard about those Japanese wasps, and I wanted to know more about them.
Okay.
Because I'm deathly afraid of them. So I would like to know more. But then it just got down this rabbit hole of shit of wasp removal videos, and they're very interesting. How they basically they like have this vacuum, and and the vacuum goes to this tub of soapy water, and that's how they remove them for the most part, and they just get rid of the nest. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. And they've got some stuff to do with underground wasp nests, and like wasp nests. Yo, wasps are pretty fucking smart, because they'll get inside walls and all that kind of shit.
I'll believe it.
But yeah, I mean that's how I spend my time on YouTube. Wasp removals and cooking videos.
So you know how we just got to talking about Florida, right? And them opening their beaches.
Yeah.
They're.
They spiked.
Yeah, their cases are at 2,400, climbing up.
Yeah, they spiked.
Big. And they just had 15
fucking red truck
in the last 24 hours.
Dumbasses, man. Well,
this is why you guys stop trying to fight this. Like, the big thing about that, and I'm done with this situation or the COVID thing after that. so many of you are listening to conspiracists, or you think you're a conspiracist yourself. Stop trying to fight shit you don't know about. Like, just the government's trying to keep us inside because they don't want us to be outside.
Because of
What
the
reason does
5G.
the government not want you outside to make money for them? That doesn't make any sense. The government doesn't want us to work. Why would the government not want to take your money? Why? The greediest country in America doesn't want to take your money. Or country in the world doesn't want to take your money. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, stop saying stupid things, going out and doing stupid shit. Next thing you know, you're crying about how you caught COVID from slobbing down some girl at the beach. Come on, bro. Like, you did it to yourself. That's it.
Well, with that being said, I'm gonna end this off. We're gonna end this off. We're gonna end this off. We're gonna end this off. Solid podcast, solid return, ladies and gentlemen. We lasted 3 hours. It's time, boys.
God damn, we get y'all some.
We
some
will
heat.
see you all next
month.
Well, it's only because you niggas exist.
It will be next month, but like next month.
It's only because these niggas exist, bro. Yoku don't like content creation. Mikey's a dad. Fuck us up, bro. Like, nigga, like it's only because of you niggas. Anyway, leave a like, comment how you guys feel with the topics discussed. More topics. We were supposed to have a guest on this one. This is the 10th episode. But because we haven't done one in forever, I feel like it'd be kind of rude to kind of just come in on a guest.
Yeah, and
We'll do it
like,
next one.
There is a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, it's hard to get motherfuckers to talk, dog.
Yeah.
It's real weird. Niggas is busy. It's whatever.
But we're gonna try and get somebody for this next episode. So be on the lookout for that. I am running the Twitter, so I will be tweeting a lot more often than normal on the podcast Twitter. These two actually do have the credentials to tweet, but I feel like it's just gonna be me. So.
Touche.
Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Call you later.
All right, Mikey, you're editing this.
He just throws it your way.